Oh, there I go. Hey. All right. I got to sit up. My chest look humongous with me. I know, down like that. I have my laptop in my lap, so I'm ready to take this clamp down. I was watching some tiny houses. So we are getting ready, counting down the twins' birthday, and we're making plans. I'm making plans and all that stuff right now for the twins' birthday. We decided that we're gonna give them a party. We're gonna give them, I don't want to say party, but gathering, because it's not gonna be like a whole lot of people there or a whole lot of kids that would be there at a party. So it's gonna be a gathering where both of them can invite a few of their friends, but we're going to do the big thing. Um, we're going to the Mall of America in Minnesota. From my house, it was like about a 6 hour, it's about a 6 hour drive from where I'm at, from here to Minnesota, where the Mall of America is. So it's about a 6 hour drive. So that's what we're gonna that's the plan. Let's see. I was just looking through, seeing what's going on. For the past 2 days, I've been watching my tiny houses shows as well, getting some ideas and all that out. Paris Milan posted 27-year-old Amber Jeanette Green has been missing since October 14th of 2021. She was last seen in the North Hills, Northridge, California area. She is living with mental health issues and needs to be found safely. If you have seen her, please contact her mother, Dee. Her number is 602-513-2917. Thank you. So, shout out to Paris Milan um, for posting that for one of our own um, that's missing. So, and that's the only way we going, we got to pull together, and we have to share and share and share, and so that we can find our sisters and our brothers. This, oh my God, look at this cute little tiny home. Oh my God, wait a minute, I gotta wait till it pops back in. The price, just the cutest. Look at that. Look at that. The cutest little thing ever. Hey, Ra, the cutest little tiny home ever. Y'all know I love my tiny homes. This is nice. They got it fixed up really nice too. Look at that. I told you, Mama gonna get her a tiny house. I'm liking this one. Very nice. I would have wanted a ramp or something above that loft. They got it open, but I would have wanted like our a bar or something across there. I wouldn't have wanted it open like that, but it's nice. You like that? Yeah, it wasn't that nice? I am so serious about my tiny house. So serious. Every time I mention it, everybody laughs at me. Because they like, she's just talking. But when I tell you I am so serious, I've been doing my research. Um, I told you guys my son, they had a class where they had to design, literally they had to design tiny houses, and he designed my tiny house. He's like, Mom, what do you want in it? I told him everything that I wanted in it, and he did an amazing job. So I told him that's going to be my tiny house. Oh, y'all heard about Maya Makano? Family and friends say farewell to Maya Makano. Her coffin is beautiful. Okay, wait a minute.
Family, friends, and even strangers gathered in Cooper City to celebrate the life of Mia Marcano.
Local 10 News reporter Alex Finney is there and is live with how Mia's family plans to keep her memory alive. Alex.
And they truly wanted to make sure that today was a celebration. The life of Mia Marcano, a young girl that was filled with so much promise. She had such a bright future. We heard from her family today, and you could feel that love during the service.
Beautiful. Look at the coffin. Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Mia Marcano was sent home today in a solemn yet celebratory way as the family made sure her beautiful life was vibrantly remembered.
I wonder what happened.
As we all had a glimpse into her world through pictures and through the stories her family shared.
Ever since we were children, our bond has been unbreakable. It was always you and I. This family was plunged into the valley of the shadow of death.
An unexpected moment for this family. Mia went missing on September 24th. After a days-long search, her body was found on October 2nd. Police say apartment complex maintenance worker Armando Caballero
this
to her unit and killed her.
He killed her.
His own life.
Our Father, who art in
I was reading about
this
last night,
on top,
and they said she reported
unforgettable life.
Wait a minute. They said that remember I was talking last night and I was saying about how, I don't think I want to do the property management thing anymore because it's getting really bad. You don't know who you going into places and stuff with. And right after, when I got offline, right after me talking about that, this popped up on my phone, and it said how she told, because she worked there, she lived at the apartment complex and she worked for them, and she told, he was a maintenance guy. He was a maintenance guy, and she told them that he had been harassing her, and they took it lightly. And I was just saying to you guys that it is dangerous, because we're going in these units with these people. That's one of the reasons why they stopped it touring at 4, because it gets dark really quick. No one's with you. They don't have no security or nothing that's going in with you. So if let's just say 2 guys, they might be roommates, brothers, friends, whatever it is. And they both want to see that unit, and you're a petite, small little lady. You have to tour them in this unit, and you have to walk into this empty unit with these 2 guys, and you don't know if they gonna gang rape you. You don't know if they gonna beat you up, cut your throat. You don't know. So I definitely I heard about this. This is crazy. Yeah, thank you guys for the thumbs up. Took her life, took that beautiful young girl's life.
Gone, but definitely not forgotten. We know that the family is working very closely with law enforcement right now to ensure, hopefully, that something like this does not happen again. We're talking about another family having to go through this heartbreak. They are asking for donations. If you would like to donate, the Mio Marcano Memorial Fund is on our website right now, local10.com. That is part of the piece in terms of ensuring that her legacy continues, but also that other families going through situations like this in the future will be supported a bit more. For now, that's the very latest.
That's
in Cooper
horrible.
City, Alex Finney, Local 10.
That is horrible.
These are warning signs that your liver.
That's horrible. That's why I said you have to be very careful. And I feel sorry for the new girls that. Let me tell y'all something. What I found out today. One of the new girls, she was just hired on. She gave her 2-week notice. She gave her 2-week notice today because she knew that the place where we at, it ain't for her. It's not for her. And she left. So you have to be real careful and real safe because, honey, these jobs do not care about you. That's all I'm going to say. These jobs definitely do not care about you. And I heard about that. I heard about that. And that is, woo, honey. I just talked about that last night. Just talked about it last night. Crazy, crazy, crazy. My phone is going dead. Okay, let me go back to what you were saying, Rob. All welcome in the chat. Please come in. Oh, I like that. Miss Gina, what if all your children want to come at one time? Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. If they all want to come at one time, then some of them gonna have to sit outside. Or some gonna have to sit in the loft. Like we gonna have to spread it out. Look, what if they want to come and they bringing the grandkids with them? That's the thing. So it's 9 of them, plus I have 4 grandchildren. So somebody gonna have to sit in the loft. Somebody may have to sit outside in their car. If it's in the wintertime, they're gonna have to sit outside in their car. If it's in the summertime, then they can sit out on the porch and they just gonna have to take turns. But the point is, the main point is that I'm not trying. I was eating some candy and stuff. And dinner. This was my dinner. I'm not trying to make room for them to come back. Ain't no coming back. Ain't no moving back in. None of that stuff. We not making room for that. Yes, come on in. Feel free to participate. Drop down. You can say happy birthday to the twins. My Cash App is there if y'all want to give them a birthday blessing and all of that. If you just want to say happy birthday, we cool with that. If you want to get in on the chit-chat, I say let's chit-chat a bit. We just chit-chatting about any and everything. And so I just thought I'd just pop in for a minute. But man, that right there is something else. Hey there, Belle. I hope you're feeling better today, my love. How are you doing? How are you doing, love? Let me I didn't even share the link. Let me drop the link just in case somebody wants to send it to the clipboard. Just in case somebody wants to drop on in and chit chat with me. I'm gonna drop the link down here as well. Several inches of rain created. That rain was something else. You guys, that rain, it was Crazy, crazy, crazy. Super duper 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 crazy. I like looking at the schoolies, the school buses too. And the containers, when they do the container homes, some of them be real unique. Some of those container homes, um, they're kind of nice. Let's see what else they got here. I was reading today about. I know y'all heard about the man who married his goddaughter, and I saw where a few people were um talking about, because now her mother has finally spoken out, and a lot of folks were sharing it. She was going off. I was listening to her at lunch, and the mom wasn't having it. She wasn't playing. She didn't bite her tongue. She snapped out. That was just crazy to me. Crazy, 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 crazy. That's one of the reasons why I say you cannot trust these men. You can't trust anybody. You cannot be bringing just no anybody willy-nilly all around your children. You can't. You can't. That's crazy. I'm better today, Gina. I'm glad. That's good. That's good. I am so happy that you're good. You're doing good today. So I was trying to find a nice hotel, something that's close by, and I wind up finding one that is right in. It is called, let's see here, if I can pull it up again. For some reason, okay, now it doesn't want to pop in. I think I got too many tabs open. It don't want to pop it. But anyway, it is right in the Mall of America. The hotel is inside the place. It's called something blue something, and it the regular price of the room is like $200 and something, and I found it on Hotwire for 105. 105. So it's 105 a night. So that's what I want to do for the boys, because we'll be right there in the mix. We'll be right there in the mix of it. And I think they'll love that. So they can go back and forth. They can go shopping every day. We're only gonna be out there for like 2 or 3 days, 2.5 days at the most. We only gonna be back out there for them to celebrate. Then we're gonna come back home. And I got one of my friends. Actually, I have to email her tonight because she's a party planner, and I'm gonna get her to put together their little get together, their little gathering. So we're gonna do that. So I'm trying to make it really, really nice for the twins. This is Dancing with the Stars. I don't want to see no damn Dancing with the Stars. Where is the Halloween stuff? I'm ready to see the horror stuff. And they've been showing this damn glass house. Okay, this is the boat. All right, I better watch this because they had that glass house on, and they've been showing that like for the past couple of days. Yeah, I didn't know you wasn't feeling well. I fell asleep. Well, yeah, she wasn't feeling well. She hasn't been feeling well for a couple of days. So I'm glad she's doing good now. She's feeling a little better now. Don't worry. I'm not gonna be on here. I'm not gonna keep y'all like I kept. See, I was finna get off early, but then we got in that deep conversation, and Classic Man came on, and we had to talk. I had to come back. Let me tell you something. I saw, because Classic Man is on my Instagram. Oh my God. His grandson is so handsome. He's so handsome. I was like, oh my God, look at him. He is just the cutest little thing ever that you guys ever want to see. I see why he fell in love with that baby. He gonna spoil that baby. He gonna spoil him to death, because just looking at him just make you want to just spoil him. Beautiful, beautiful. She had a beautiful baby. His daughter had a beautiful baby. So yeah, I wish them all the best. So make sure y'all say a prayer for Classic Man, his daughter, the new baby, that the family, everything. I know in Jesus' name, they're covered. Amen. God got them. So I just had to put that out there. 6 days left until Halloween. Yes. 6 days left. Even we're going to be in Minnesota. So we have to take our Halloween costumes with us. I was thinking about going as either Jason or Michael Myers. That's what I was thinking about for my costume. So I don't know. We gonna see. One of the kids said I should go as the lady who I went as last year. I was like, no, I can't go as what I was last year. I have to do something different. So we're gonna see. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not look, I'm on here. I'm scrolling through the YouTube. I'm scrolling through the YouTube streets while I'm talking to you guys. So I'm just seeing something that just caught my eye. Y'all hear about Tammy Rivera? She got into it with the CVS worker. I watched that on my lunch break today too. And so y'all know Tammy Rivera, she's the young lady that goes with Waka Flocka. And one of the ladies was following her all around the CVS thinking that she was going to steal something. So she happened to open up a package, which a lot of us do. I've went in stores and opened up juice, pop, ate grapes, different stuff like that when you walking through the store. And then you just take the empty container, the empty bag of chips or cookies or whatever, and you pay for it. And so the lady not only was following her around, but talking crazy to her or whatever. And she put the woman on Front Street. So she's been on TMZ and all of this. So now she's on Gossip Girl is talking about it. But it's, you know what? That still happens. It's not they not gonna change. Whether it's you, your children, whoever, I go in some stores and they still do the same thing. Same thing. Follow me around the store. Follow my kids around the store, and I'll be like, "Can I help you? Can I help you?" And I'll gather all that shit up and everything I want to be, and I'll leave that shit right there in the middle of the floor. Like you're not gonna make me feel like a criminal, and I'm giving you my money. No, we're not gonna do that. That we ain't gonna do. Vonda Mahoney. Hi, welcome. Hey, Miss Gina, I've been watching you since Kaya and Maddie days in the van. Oh my God. I mean, no offense, but you are one sexy fat lady. Oh my God. Thank you, Vonda. How can I get offended by that, baby? You just made my day. You just made my day. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And look, and can you let them know, for the people that's in the clouds and in the background and everything else, if you've been watching me from the Maddie and Kaya days, that's way back. We talking about some years back, that I'm still the same. Is this not the same personality that I had way back then? I still have it now today. Like when everybody else is changing and doing all kind of stuff, I let everybody know. If you go back and even watch the Kaya and Maddie videos that I did, because I love me some Maddie, no matter what. And I like Kaya too. I don't love Kaya, but I like Kaya too. But I love me some Maddie. And even way back then, I'm still the same as I am now. Thank you, Vonda. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Stay here. You're going to have fun over here. Gina, did you see my comment? Belle, you know I'll go back up, honey, because I don't want to miss nobody's comments. Let me see. Oh, you should be baby mama E. Is that the comment you're talking about? Let me go back up. Ray lot has not been going on. Okay, I see what you said. You said you're better now. I'm better today, Gina. I saw that one. Then you says, oh, Ra, a lot has been going on. That's what you said. And Ra says praying. And you said 6 days left until Halloween. I saw that one. Got it. And me too. He's hurt. And then Ra said, thank you. And the children, Ra said the children also. Yep, you should be baby mama E. Okay, I see this. I see it. I think I got it, all of it. You are exact the same way. That's why I still watch you. Thank you. You said, yep, that comment. All right, because let me tell you something. They always often talk about flip-flopping. They often talk about people flip-flopping and folks going back and forth, people doing this, and we see it all the time. I think when you got folks chasing something, that's what make you change. When people get up here and they're chasing for numbers, they're chasing for super chats, they're chasing for cash apps, they're chasing for attention, and then that's when you see because it's a lot of people. On my hands itching. I think somebody gonna give me some money. We seen there was a lot of people on here even back in the day that we all liked, that even I liked, but then as they got popular, they changed. Their personality changed. They start being mean. Some of them start being nasty. And even I've seen even those that they started out genuine and they started out where they wanted to help and they were supporting and they was encouraging and all that stuff. And now they don't give two flying fucks to the wind about nobody. And I just don't like it. I don't like it. And they tried to change me. Vonda, Vonda, you've been here. You see, I ain't gonna lie. They tried to change me. They put me on, but see, they know what buttons. They know what buttons to push. But the thing about mama, is I know when to leave. I know when to take a break. I know when there's some things going on with my family, I gotta go. And I'm not on here as much now that I came back. I'm not on here much now as I was before. And I don't even want to come back like that as I was before. I do it now because I still get the emails and I still get the text messages and I still get the calls from a lot of those that was part of the queendom before. And they say, Miss Gina, we need you. You got to come back. You were a breath of fresh air. And that was the one thing that I had folks that would not come out the clouds because they were like, I love you so much, Miss Gina, but I just don't want to be attacked. I just don't. And I understood. And then when things changed, and then then some of them started dropping out of the clouds, and they would say, I've been here the whole time. I've been watching you the whole time. And I know that because just like Vonda, they'll say, I remember you from Kaya and Maddie. And I remember you from back in the van. I remember you from, honey, I still got that van. I got a different van, but I got my Scooby-Doo van that Jay Wilson named my van the Scooby-Doo van. Honey, I went and got me a t-shirt made, and we've been calling it the Scooby-Doo van ever since. And let me tell you something. She runs better than my nice truck. And my son just said, my son has an Audi. He has a Jeep. And he even said just today, because all of us is going to Minnesota. For me, it's like I said, about a 6-hour ride. For my son, it's about maybe 7, 8 hours. He said, I got to go and get the van from Ben. I said, what do you mean? You gotta go? What's wrong with your truck? He was like, ain't nothing wrong with my truck. He's like, the Jeep is fine. He said, I just don't think it's fine enough to make it all the way out there. He said, it's good when we in the city and riding around. He said, but on the road, and guess what? My Scooby-Doo van, she's still running like new money. And my son wants to take the van out of town. That van has been to Orlando, to California, that Minnesota. Like, that van has been everywhere. So my son says, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna tell Benj. He said he's gonna leave his Jeep with Benj with my other son, and he's gonna take the Scooby-Doo van. I'm driving my truck. Me too. They all got dark and I bounced. Yup. They changed and not fun no more. I'm just coming back. Well, I'm glad you came back here, Vonda. I'm glad you came back here. And a lot of people, they peek in, and some of them came, and they like, Miss Gina, you're still the same. You still do. I do my morning talks and chit chats and stuff on my way to work, which a lot of people miss that. I didn't even think anybody paid attention or really cared, because I really didn't have that much. But I would just talk about things at work on my way to work. And then sometimes I'll talk about it on my way back home. But I didn't think about the other people that do get up and go to work too. They're like, oh, wow, Miss Gina on here motivating us. And I will motivate them in the morning. And they like that. They like that. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be me. Ra and Belle and Tropical Punch and all of them always say, Miss Gina, keep being you. Don't let them change you. Keep being you. So that's what I'm doing. But you're right. They got really dark. They got really dark, and a lot of them changing. And it's sad because a lot of them we really liked. We really loved. And a bunch of them that I really liked and cared about genuinely turned on me. And I was like shocked, because I was like, wow, what did I do? But when you got people that are weak-minded and they are followers, that's what it is they'll do. And they'll follow them group of people, and they'll turn on you and stab you in the back and talk about you and do all this stuff. And you see, and this is the crazy part. They all turning on each other. Them that hooked up and got together to go against somebody, now they all turning on each other. It's sad. Yep, that was me. It was too much. Hey, if it works, amen. Sometimes the older cars is better. That exactly. Don't get better than this new electronic computerized stuff. Hey, Classic, my boo. Hey, Classic man. Hey, my love. He said, hey, everybody. Yep, used to enjoy so many. Now they stuck up. Oh, well, yep. And it's sad. Ross said, messy, messy, messy. Yep. Belle Productions say, you are my second, my Belle. Belle is my baby, honey. We made sure Belle will come on. Now, don't y'all forget, we got 10 people in the house. Can we please get some thumbs up and everything? We're doing a cash out party. It's back. Yes, it's back. And when did we do it? Belle, it was the week before last. We did it. We had brought it back. We had so much fun. But this time I ain't got my old lottery tickets. I'm looking around. Oh, here they go. So this time I'm going to go and I'm going to get some new lottery tickets. I saw today the lottery, it's Powerball or something is up to 96 million. So I'm going to get some scratch offs. And I'm going to get some more of these, which I still haven't checked. Every time I go to the store, I forget. And we're going to raffle off some scratch offs. So this week, it's going to be great. And the great part about it is I'm going to be in Minnesota. So hopefully we can win some money. I could win some money for the twins, because it's the twins' birthday is actually November 4th. So y'all see it says birthday twins countdown. So we're counting down from today all the way to November 4th. We're going to celebrate the twins' birthday. It's all about them. I already told Angel. Angel was like, Mom, can I have a Halloween party? I said, Angel, it's not about you. It's about the twins. This is for them, okay? So no. I said, because it's all about them. It's for them. So we're gonna do the countdown and everything's gonna go for the twins. I'm gonna tell you guys what it is that they like. They love their Xbox and PlayStation. One of the for Ron, the one that's always giggling, the one that help us with the pot, the help us with the raffles and stuff. Ron has an Xbox. Farron has the PlayStation. And that's what they do all day. Another thing that little Farron is into, he's into watches, his watches. He loves watches. I told you guys I got him in this club that one of my coworkers told me about called Watch Gang. And guess what? He got his new watch today. He got another watch today. He's going to get another watch in November. So every month he gets a new watch. And then they enter him in the contest for a Rolex. So it's possible one day he may win a Rolex if he wins. But that's his thing. He loves watches. That he loves what he plays his games and stuff, but he loves watches. Farron loves his video games and stuff, and Farron loves hoodies. His thing is any hoodie. I just bought him the other day. What is the rapper? Biggie. I just bought him the Biggie hoodie. So he loves it. He got all kind of hoodies. He got Adidas hoodies, Nike hoodies. He got everything. He loves that. So one thing about them is they're humble. They're not expensive. They don't want a bunch of expensive stuff. This little trip thing is going to be nice for them. It's the first time that they actually said, Mom, we just want money. We don't want anything, which is what Angel said last year, and Angel wound up getting. I think Angel wound up getting about $400. She wound up getting, and she shared it with her brothers in them. So they was like, Mom, we want 200 a piece. I'm gonna make that happen regardless. And they're gonna go shopping at the Mall of America. And I'm gonna show y'all the hotel, and I'm gonna show you everything. I gotta book my hotel tonight. The Saturday before last. Yeah. How's your night going, Queen? Hi, Anita. It's going great. It's going great. Wow, they're growing up so fast. You're a great mama. Oh, thank you. Look, I'm losing my mind. Thank you, Vonda. You know, I try. And I said this yesterday when I was on the live. I said, and I used to pray about it all the time. I just wanted to be a better mom than my mom was to me. That's it. That was the only thing. That was my dream. I said, no matter what, with all these children and everything that I went through, I just wanted to be a better mom than my mom was to me. I wanted to, the things that I didn't get, the things that she never said to me, I wanted to make sure that my kids had that better than that. So they hear, I spoke to 3 of my children today while I was at work. And before I got off that phone with each one of them, they was like, I love you, Mom. And I'm like, I love you too. And that's, we never get off the phone without saying that. That's how we end our conversation. We don't end it goodbye, bye-bye, whatever. It's I love you and I'll see you later or whatever. So that's what we do. Most of them, I don't think all of them is going to be in Minnesota. Their other sister it's her birthday too, so she's having a birthday thing, and so some of the older ones are going out there for them. My other kids, my older children's sister is not my younger children's sister, so they're going to that, and then we're gonna all get together and we're gonna do our thing. Hi, Amma. Has being a mom changed your outlook in life in general? I love to know. Great question. Yes, it has changed. And let me tell you, my oldest is 35 and my youngest is 14. So the things And the mom that I was with my older one, who's 35, and is totally different, and it's a totally different approach than my 14-year-old or the ones that's going to be 16. It's totally different. And that's a great question. It changes my outlook on a lot of things. When my older son, when we lived in an apartment and everything, and when my older son would go and take the garbage out, he just went and took the garbage out. I didn't have to worry about anything. He just went and took the garbage. He just did his thing. Now, when the younger ones go out, I have to tell them, when you go out, make sure you do this, this, this. If the police pull up on you and say, what are you doing? I never had to have that conversation with my older sons. So my outlook, it changes constantly. It changes. I was just saying to Classic Man, I can't wait until these last 3. And even though when you're a mom forever. But once they're grown, they take more responsibility for themselves. I don't have to make sure things are in place. As a mother now, I have to watch every freaking thing I do. I have to watch what I say. I have to watch. You say, do I have a different outlook? Girl, yes. Yes. Because the things that I'm going to do and I'm planning on doing when Angel get out this house, it's going to be all about me. But now I can't do none of that, because I have to look at things of how she's going to look at me, of how my sons worship me. They look at me as a queen, honey, as mama, as a queen. So how they going to look at their mama as a queen if I'm bringing niggas in and out of here? Okay? If I'm bringing niggas in, if my daughters see me bringing niggas in and out of here and just molly whopping and getting your back broken out and all this stuff all over the house under their roof, how are they going to look at me? How is my sons who are potential kings going to look at other women? So, yeah. When my daughter was singing, she's 26, honey, she was out here. Y'all know Miss Thang put my daughter's video and picture stuff all over here and talk crazy. But when she was 25, 24, 23 and single, and she did not have any children, she could do that shit. She could go and you can show your ass, you can show your tits, you can do whatever you want to do because you're grown and you don't have any children and you don't have anything to show. But now she's a mother. And she's a mother of a son. So now she knows, damn, I got to do things differently. She knows she has to do things differently. She can't bring guys back to her house like she was able to do when she was 23, 24, 25. She can't go out and show her boobs and stuff like she did and not think nothing of it, because now she's raising a king. And he's gonna be looking at it like, oh, that's what the girls do, Ma. That's what they do. No, when my son see me, when I come in his house, y'all hear my sons and my door, y'all hear my children. They knock on the door every time before they come in, but they know ain't nobody in here. You know why they knock on the door? Because that's respect. Because I taught them respect. I taught them that if any door is closed, no matter what. See, because you ain't got to have another body next to you to be in here getting it on. Okay? I'm just being real. Okay? I'm single. I'm a single mom. You know, you ain't got to have another body in here to be getting down and getting it on. You understand what I'm saying? So when a door is closed, they know they're knock on it. That's just respect. We don't lock doors around here. I don't lock my doors. Okay, but they know to knock on it. I do the same when I go. Y'all hear? When I wash clothes and stuff, when I go in their room, I knock on the freaking door. Okay, because I don't want my ass getting shocked. I don't. You know, I'm raising boys. They gonna be 16. Okay, they going to They going through puberty, boing, first thing in the morning, okay? I've been married, okay? I didn't change. I have 5 boys. And so boing, I know how it get in the morning. I don't never want to be surprised, okay? So out of respect, I can't stand these moms that say, this my house. I ain't knocking on no damn door. No, you better knock on the door. You better knock on the door. And then you get mad. Thank you, Goofy District. I had, and it is, I had a good friend of mine. She lives in Vegas now. And she said to me, she said, gee, I'm mad. I'm pissed off. I said, what are you mad and pissed off for? She said, because she went into her son's room and he was masturbating. I said, okay. She said, that's nasty. I said, that's normal. Bitch, what are you talking about? I said to her, well, did you knock on the door? She said, thank you, Tanya. Yes, I'm raising kings around here. I said, did you knock on the door? You know what she said to me? Hell no, I ain't knocking on no doors around here. I pay bill. They don't pay no bill. I said, then you got what you was asking for. I said, that is a part of life. And we was just talking about this yesterday, about how we need to teach our children about their bodies. We need to teach them about hygiene. We need to teach them about not abstinence. Fuck abstinence, because they fucking. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. They doing the do. Okay, so teach them how to be safe. Teach them how to be safe. So you say that's kind of not normal. No, then that is normal. When a child is going through puberty and they're noticing things, their body's changing, just like how we Classic Man and so he was saying, as his daughter got older and she started developing, he realized that's not my baby no more. And he's like, now she's a grown woman. Now that's the reason why he had to give her the room with the bathroom and everything, because his now adult daughter, okay, because she's a mom, now he don't want her coming out and walking around with a towel to go back to her room, or and she's out half dressed. So now she got the master bedroom, and she can come out of her. I'm pointing over here because my bathroom is over here. She can come out of her bathroom and she's in her room. There is things that you have to do. That, come on now, Ra. That's what boys do. I always thought it was a sin by God. Why is it a sin by God? That's what boys do. That's what girls do. This is the reason. You know what's the sin, Casey? You know what's the sin? I'm going to tell you what the sin is. Not knowing what it is that you want to be. Not being sure of what it is, because we don't explain to our children why they feel a certain way, why their bodies is doing certain things. Because as girls' boobs grow, see, I'm giving a lesson here, a life lesson. When girls' boobs start to grow, they hurt. My daughter used to beat herself in the chest. She used to beat herself in the chest because she was like, I don't want these. I don't want the, and she didn't understand. And I had to sit her down and I had to explain to her, right, you better say it. God knows no one here is perfect. No one is perfect. They need to know, but too many are scared. Exactly. And not only that, Vonda, not only that, half they mamas don't know shit. Half they mamas, see, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. But if you want to do better, because you learned to know better, if you want to do better, you will change it. See, I wanted to do better. I keep telling you guys, I wanted to be a better mother than my mother was to me. You tell me what daughter wants to grow up and her mom never tells her she loves her. But you go to your friend's house. You go to your friends, because you know they always, when they're in a teenage, when they 14, 15, when they getting them teenagers, and their friends moms say, I love you, and they see them hugging them and they see them kissing them and stuff. This is the reason why our children act the way they do, because they don't get the affection. They don't understand the fact you still got grown women that don't know a good touch from a bad touch. So they can't teach that to their children. They can't teach that to. I'm a grown ass woman. My boys in them 16, 15, and they still come and slide up in the bed, and we sit there and watch TV and everything. But then when they get done, they go back to their room. Because that's a good thing. Ain't nothing freaky or weird about that. When my son comes in, he gives me a hug. I give him a kiss. Okay? That's what mothers are. So he knows good from bad. My daughter knows good from bad. We don't teach them now. Now these girls getting confused. Like that little girl that's going viral. She 18 years old. And she married the godfather who has been taking care of her and groom. Where we do that at? How you go from being a godparent to this daughter's supposed to be like a daughter to you, and you're marrying her and you sleeping with her, but you was with her mama. This is why you have to teach your children. You got to teach. I teach mans. I let man know. I don't play. I tell my daughter and them my sons them all the time. All the time. Let me know. Something ain't right. Let me know. What's wrong? What happened? That's what you're supposed to do. That's true, Gina. And the mom feel inferior, then they should seek outside help. Exactly. They should seek some type of help. Miss Gina, Mohammed has a question. Okay, Mohammed, what's your question? Did I miss it? Let me go back. Go back up. Tell me what is your question? Okay, I don't think I missed it. I don't see it. Hi, Monica. I wish young folks had more respect these days. Yeah. And again, it comes from home. Do you know, I see Goofy District say puberty is tough. It's so tough. I see when I go to my children's school, and my children are very well mannered. They're very respectful. But then I see the teachers being disrespectful. So then I'll see other children acting a freaking fool. And you know the reason why they acting a fool? Because the adults is acting. My daughter, I could tell you what each one of my children would do. My daughter would say, they ain't my mama. They ain't gonna be talking to me like that. They ain't gonna, and I would have to go up to the school because the teachers would say, your daughter, she talked back to the teacher and she did, and I would say, Cece, why did you talk back to the teacher? And she would say, well, she ain't gonna be talking to me no type of way. She could have asked me. She ain't my mama. She ain't gonna be talking to me that way. So Cece was one of the ones that would, if you talked disrespectful to her, she was gonna talk disrespectful back to you. Now, the twins, they're gonna say yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, whatever. They're gonna do whatever you tell them to do, and then they'll come home and they'll tell mama, that teacher yelled at me, cursed at me, did something. Then mama gonna go up there and handle it. Angel is not too far from Cece, and she's gonna let you know, no, you're not gonna talk. Let me call my mama. One of the teachers marked Angel absent. Before I even got the phone call, Angel had already texted me to let me know what was going on. So it starts at home. But then if you got some of these mamas and some of these papas that ain't trying to teach their kid anything, they're going to be out here all over the place. They're going to be out here all over the place. They're going to be acting a damn fool. And this is why you have a lot of these young men, a lot of these young boys acting a fool, being disrespectful. I saw a young girl, and I told this story before, at the Walmart. Her mom didn't speak much English. Her mom spoke very little English. She wanted something out of Walmart, and the mom couldn't afford it. And the girl was cursing her out, calling her mama everything. And the crowd was standing around, everybody watching it. even the workers, everybody. I said to her, I stepped in because I didn't like it. I said, you are never, ever supposed to let somebody see you or even think about coming at your mother in that tone. That's the woman that raised you, brought you here. Well, if she ain't got it, she ain't got it. Why are you cussing your mother out? I said, she need to let me bring you home for a day. My sons and them was like, Ma, you just give us that look. We know to get straight. The change starts at home. It starts at home. I tell my sons, even my grown sons right now, who you think you talking to? You know, me and my daughter says, who you think you talk? I hang up the phone. Because I don't want to get nasty with you. You could be my child, brought you in this world, I'll take you the fuck out. If you're going to treat me like I'm some bitch on the street, then I'm going to act like that. See how that go? I'm going to act like that. If you show a child genuine love, genuine respect, genuine support and encouragement, they gonna give you that back. But if they've been brought up in a home, in an environment, in a world where they ain't never had none of that, you're gonna get two things. You're gonna get one group that want that so bad, they gonna try to make a change, and they're gonna be different. I was that group. I knew that I didn't like how my mother talked to me. I didn't like the things my mom said. I didn't like that my mom never told me she was proud of me. So I wanted to change that when I had children. Then you're going to get that other group. That other group is going to be a product of their environment, a product of the person that raised them and that was around them. And they're going to act worse than how the person was that treated them that way. And this is why we got all these children and these little girls that's doing any and everything. That it's it's crazy. Okay, let me see. I'm going back. Ross said, God knows no one here is perfect. Amen. Amen to that. Vonda said they need to know, but too many is scared. And they don't want to see, especially us in the Black community. We won't go and ask nobody for help. You know you got mental tick tick boom going on up in here, and you need to go and talk to somebody, but they won't do it. They won't do it. Honestly, that's the truth, Gina. And the mom feel inferior, then they should seek outside help. They should seek. Don't stop being afraid to ask somebody for help when you need it. Closed mouths don't get fed. So the only way you're going to get fed anything is if you open up your mouth. Yep, I see it too. And blame the adults. Yep. Definitely. Let's see here. It's above Vonda's statement. I think I saw it. Did I see, or did you do another one? Oh, 10:04. So it would be 9. It's 10:04 your time, so it would be 9:04 my. Okay, I see Vonda's statement. Vonda said they need to know too many. Okay, right before that is scared. I see Ra's 9:04. And God knows no one is perfect. So those are the two that I see at 9:04. Let me see what I see at 9:03. Casey said, I always thought it was a sin by God. And then that's it. I think I read all the other ones. If I ain't mistaken, I think I read all the other ones. I'm playing catch up because y'all know I'm always behind. Ross said that's sick to me also. People is folks is crazy and people is disrespectful. I still didn't see Mohammed's question. Let me see if I can see it on my phone because I don't see it on here. So let me see. Let me see if I can bring it. Let me see if I can bring it up on my phone. It said 9:04. Message automatically held for review by Ra. Oh, okay. It said it was held for review. Okay. Mohammed says, my son was beating off to my youngest daughter. What do I do? So your son was, so something's going on. Something's going on. Because let me tell you, Mohammed, that ain't never supposed to happen. That ain't never supposed. They ain't even supposed to. And I raised, okay, let me just say this. I raised 5 boys and 4 girls, okay? I still have 2 boys and 1 girl that's still in the house right now. And let me tell you something. Every time my sons see my daughter, if she has on some shorts that's too short, a blouse that's too low cut, they say, Angel, go take that off. Angel, go take that. If she, because she often comes in my room, we share the same bathroom, okay? She comes in my room, she showers, everything, just like what Cosmo said. He said, I don't want my daughter going out the room. So she'll take her shower, and then her room is literally right next door to mine, a second or 2 next door to mine. But if she wrapped that towel around her and she decides she want to go run downstairs, I hear them going up. Angel, go put some damn clothes on. And I be like, what's going on? And they're like, Mom, she came downstairs. You know why they say that and do that? Because they know that's not right. They know that's not. They ain't supposed to see their sister walking around half dressed. They know that's not right. So in the instant, they're checking her. If your son is relieving himself to his younger sister, something is going on. Something is not right, and a conversation needs to be had. Some help. He needs some help because somebody's been messing with him, and something's going on at some point, and if he has not already been messing with your daughter, that's going to cause some issues with her. Get help now. Get help now. Go and take him and go and talk to someone immediately. Immediately. My nephews let me share a story with you. My sister, God rest her soul. She's gone to heaven. She's been a drug addict forever. She had 2 sons that she left behind. They're grown now. They're adults. When I tell you my sister did everything under the sun that a crackhead would do. Everything under the sun that a crackhead would do. You understand what I'm saying? Including selling out her children. So she had these 2 boys, and I would never forget when DCFS or Children Family Services, whatever you want to called me. They called me. I had just given birth to Angel, just given birth to my baby. They called me and they said, we need to place your nephews somewhere because my mom was sick and my mother was going through some stuff and she couldn't take care of them at the time. And so I guess someone told them, well, they got an auntie back in Chicago. They lived in Atlanta. I said, I just had a baby. This is what I told the lady, the gentleman. Actually, it was a guy that called me. I said, I just had a baby. He said, you did? He said, if you don't mind me asking, what did you have? I said, I had a little girl. He says, oh, forget it. I said, excuse me? He said, oh, no, I definitely can't place them there. We can't put them there. You know why? Because he had already knew that they had tendencies. And he was worried about if these little boys who had been molested, if they were going to molest my daughter. And he was like, no, we can't put them there. And I'll never, ever forget the following year or the following summer. I think Angel might have been, I don't even think she was a year old. Maybe she was barely a year, about to turn a year. And I had a talk with my children. And I always said, don't go nowhere along with them. You can stay with your cousins. You can see them. Don't never walk off with them. You are not to go anywhere without me, okaying it. And I never forget, my nephew kept saying, every time we would change Angel, my nephew would say, I'll change her. I could change her. And I said, no, thank you, babe. No, I'll do it. And I had to be stern with my husband and with my older children. I don't care how lazy you get. I don't care how tired you are. You are to never leave the babies with them. Never. So what happened was, my other sister, my younger sister, who's still living, she took them in. She took them in. She thought that she was doing the right thing. And she, didn't have to worry about, what do you think happened? They molested her daughters. When my sister, the one who passed away, who's the mother of these boys, my niece, she said to me, Auntie, I just started talking to them. She said, because I didn't have it in my heart, I didn't know how to forgive them for what they did to me and my sisters. And I know my younger sister, thought that she was doing the right thing because she wanted to help my nephews and everything. But you can't risk them or what they might do to your children. And I said, I'm sorry. Mine was more important than that. I remember the days, and I talked about this a lot, about how my mother did not protect me. I want to be different. I wanted to be different. So I protect my children at all costs. And that meant keeping them away from family members. Your son, he needs some help, because it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. And you have to find the root of the problem. Where did he get that from? Why would he want to do that to his sister? You definitely got to get him some help. You definitely got to talk to somebody about that. That breaks my heart. Thank you, Belle. Thank you for letting me know. Like I said, it's up to us. It's up to us now to protect our children. We got to do it. We got to make sure. I talked about this before, and I'll say it again. I had parents that came at my neck. You giving your daughter the okay to have sex? I'm not giving my daughter the okay to have sex. Why would you want to put your daughter on birth control pills? When I tell you they came at my neck about that, but what do you think happened? What do you think happened? My daughters didn't get pregnant and knocked up. Their daughters was pregnant and knocked up, some of them, before they even got into high school. I never forget when I had to go up to Cece's school. She was in junior high. The little girl looked like she was about to drop triplets. Little old girl, little thing, walking around, belly just as huge as me. I said, wait a minute. Because I know in high school, when you get such a certain amount of months, or you get a certain size, they take you out of regular high school for safety reasons, and they send you to an alternative school. I didn't understand why this little girl, I think she wasn't even in 8th grade. I think she was in 7th grade, my daughter said, because my daughter at the time was in 8th. She says, no, Ma, she in like 7th grade. And they still had her around the school. She was walking through the hallways, this little girl, a baby, having a baby. But the parents had the nerve to say to me, Why would you give your daughter birth control? Why would you put them on birth control? And you giving them permission? I said, no, I'm not telling my daughter that I give her permission to have sex at a young age. I don't want her to have sex at a young age, but she gonna do it. They gonna do it. I knew what I did. You knew what you did. We all were young once. What they say, history repeats itself. The only way you can stop it is to break the cycle. That means that you have to do something different than your parents did to you. My mother didn't put me on no birth control. My mama didn't tell me you need to take birth control. My mother did not say to me, don't sleep with them. All they want to do is get in your pants. She ain't say none of that to me. I was a different type of mama. So when I knew my daughters was getting fast and getting hot in the seat, because you see that, I don't care what no mother says, you can't tell me you don't see the changes in your children as they develop and as they go through puberty. If you say you ain't never saw it, you a motherfucking lie. I had 9 children and I saw it through every single one of them. I see it through Angel right now. The only thing that you can do is protect them. I could tell him what to do, just like I told my hard-headed ass son. That's 35 now. I told him, we threw him condoms, told him all about everything else. And what did he do? He still got her pregnant. And when I asked him, what did you do with the condom? Oh, ma, she said she was on the pill. I said, Trey, that don't stop your dick from falling off. What if you would have caught something else because you're believing she's on a pill? Okay, so if she's on a pill and she's taking birth control, that's just going to stop her from getting pregnant. What's going to stop you from catching an STD or something worse, herpes, AIDS, or something? What's going to stop you from? And he had that stupid look on. He looked. No, don't look all around. I'm talking to you. That's how I talk to my sons. That's how I talk to my daughter. I told y'all several times before, Angel is about to be 15 in January. Where we going? Where we going? Her first trip is going to be to the clinic. I want to give them a chance. I want to give them a life because I didn't get to live my life. I've been taking care of babies since I was 19 years old. Shit, you don't think I'm happy? I'm glad when they get up out of here. I'm counting down the years. I got 3 more. The twins, 2 years. Angel, 3. I'm not playing. Hey, Sephora. Level, I remember you telling us this story about your son. Thank you. See, my stuff, when you're telling the truth and you're being honest and you're being genuine, it don't change. It don't change. I've told so many stories. I've shared so many things about my life and about me growing up as a learning experience so somebody else don't have to go through. That's why I say these people can't tell you about my life. These folks can't tell you about that don't know me. But they'll make fun and they'll laugh at you and they'll talk about you like they know you, like they've been in your life, like they've been around you. You got somebody lying talking about, yeah, we know somebody that know Miss Gina and Woo. My own freaking family don't even know me. My own freaking family do not know me. You know why? Because I don't fuck with them. I don't go around them. I don't believe. See, I might forgive, but I don't forget. And I'm not going to be a part or go around. And I've said this before too, Sephora. You probably remember, go around anybody that have done things to me and I wasn't protected. And you think I'm going to give you that chance for my children? So my cousin used to say to me, Gina, we having a family reunion and Uncle gonna be there and Auntie gonna be there and are you and the kids coming? And I'd be like, no. I say, girl, you know I don't go to shit like that. And she'll say, can I bring the kids? And I say, hell no. Because I know all the pedophiles. I know the pedophile uncle that goes around smiling in everybody's face and everybody know what the fuck he do, but they act like they ain't doing nothing. And auntie so-and-so act like she got the best husband in the motherfucking world. No. All I got, this is why I fight so hard for my children, because they all I got. They all I got. It's just me and it's just them. And I'm going to protect them with my last breath. Hey, Jay Paris, with my last breath. But I let them know the real deal. I don't hide nothing. I told you I don't use those cutesy words up in here. Oh, something wrong with your twat. Oh, your wee hurt. No, no. I'm telling my son, you get this condom and you cover your dick up. If you know you're gonna be sticking your little, and they'll be saying to me, Ma, don't. If you're sticking your dick where it ain't belong, because you ain't saying all of this when you're talking to the little girl. I'ma talk to you like the streets talk to you. Give me 1 second, you guys. I have to go and turn my heater off. I keep my heater on in my room. I had to go and turn it off. But I talk to them like please. I talk to them just like how their friends talk to them, how they talk on the street. When my daughter was acting a fool, and she was sitting up there, and her friend, her friend's mom said that she could stay over at the house. And I said, okay, that's fine. And she said, Sephora said, you need a podcast. Thank you. You're killing me today. You know what? I get that. Sephora, everybody sounds like they say, Miss Gina, you is so funny. But I be telling the truth. I'm just telling the truth. I'm keeping it real. And my daughter said, Mom, my friend mom said she could come over. Is it okay for her to come over? I said, yeah, it's okay for her to come over. So let me tell you what these heifers did. I said heifers, you heard right. And this is Cece, the one who's a mom now. They go to a so-called party. So you know what they did, because I know I did it. You know how you take your clothes and you go to your friend's house, or you change when you get to the party. So what they left in is not what we saw them in, right? So me and my husband, we're going, this is when I was still with that bomb ass nigga. I think we went to go get my ice, so we went to go get the ices, because I was hooked on the ices back then. I always wanted me one of them ices. And we went to go get the ices. And we're walking, we're driving down the road to go back to my house. And he says, is that Sissy? I said, no. He said, no, that's Sissy. And I said, who the hell is she with? So she with her friend, honey, they got on the skimpiest little clothes. They got on booties out, everything. And both of these heifers walking down a dark road, okay? Half dressed, half naked, okay? Walking down a dark road. I don't know where the hell they going. I said, where y'all coming from? A party. You coming from a party? Oh, okay. I said, get your ass home right now. You got 5 minutes. Get the fuck home. They let us in the car. No, get your ass, walk the rest of the way. So while they're walking, I called the mom, because mind you, she put her daughter in my care. That means that if something happens to her daughter, I'm responsible for it. So I got my phone. I called the mama. I said to the mama, I said, your daughter and my daughter, both of these heifers then change clothes, and they walking down the damn street like they some hookers. Oh, yeah. Oh, they tried it. They tried it, Vonda. I said, they walking down the street like some damn hookers. I said, when these little heifers get to the house, I said, I'm cursing their ass out. I said, and I just want you to know, because you gave me permission to have your daughter over my house. Therefore, she's in my care. I'm cussing her ass out too. I said, you may not want her to come back over here, but I just want you to know. You know what the mama said? She said, curse her motherfucking ass out and put me on speaker. So when the mama came in, when the kids came in, I had them on speaker. I had the phone sitting down off to the side of the table, and I had it on speaker. I said, sit y'all fast ass down right here on this couch. They sat down on the couch. I said, if I talk to you like a mother, and I say to you, why y'all doing this? Don't do this. This is not what you want. Y'all some nice young ladies. And then I said, you know what's going to happen? It's going to go in one ear and it's going to come out the other. Y'all ain't going to comprehend nothing that I said. I said, so I'm going to talk to you like a bitch on the street. I shared this story before. I said, I'm going to talk to you like how your homegirls talk to you and like how you talk to your homegirls. I said, so bitch, you my bitch. I said, y'all my bitch. You my main bitch. Bitch, sit down. Have a seat on the couch because I need you to hear this conversation. I said, so y'all want to go out and be hookers. You want to go out and be hoes. You ain't got the common sense to have a gentleman to come and pick you up, to at least take you for a ride. You out there in some boy's face or whatever, and at the end of the day, you two hoes is walking back down the street where somebody else can snatch your motherfucking ass up and do anything and everything that they want to you. I said, you didn't think about that, did you? Ma, this is what Cece, Ma, you can't, Ma, why is you saying all this? Ma, I said, because that's what I said, is that what you wore? I said, when you left my house, is that what you wore? No. And I looked at her friend and I said, is that what you wore? I said, do your mama know those is the type of clothes that you wearing? She said, no. I said, so you decide to be a whore at my house. You decide that you was going to be a slick little bitch and you was going to hold your ass at my house because you didn't want mama to see you doing it at your, and my daughter was like, she said, Ma, you can't talk to her like that. I said, why can't I talk to her like that? She said, Ma, you can't talk to her like that because that ain't your daughter. I said, she my daughter for today. When her mother gave her permission to come to my house and I got to be responsible for this little bitch and she your bitch, then all you bitches is my bitches. And I'm going to talk to you the way I feel like talking to you. So if you're going to act like a tramp, a whore, a slut out in these streets, I said, because let me tell you something, in the real world, they ain't giving you shit. I said, them little boys, these older men that's looking at y'all, they only want you one or two ways: laid out, spread eagle, or bent the fuck over touching your toes, or you gonna be on your knees. I said, so that's what the fuck y'all want? That's what y'all, this is the example that you're, I said, because I didn't raise you like this. And I told her, I said, and I don't think your mother raised you like that. I said, so I'm gonna talk to you like your girlfriends talk to you, like them niggas talk to you. I'm not gonna talk to you like a mom talks to their daughter, because y'all don't hear that shit. You don't hear that shit. I got to talk fucking street language to you. And her mom is on the phone the whole entire time listening. And the girl, she sat there, she didn't say not one word. And my daughter sitting up there saying, Ma, she gonna tell her mother. I said, oh, by the way, your mom's on the phone. You should have, honey, she turned white as a ghost. She turned white as a ghost because I guess she thought she was going to go and tell her mom, or my daughter and them was going to go and tell her mom that I was cursing her out and that I was checking. Her mother was on the fucking phone, heard every fucking word that I said. That little girl didn't come back over no more, but she knew I wasn't playing. And she knew everything that she wound up coming, like after a while. She came back over and she was like, hi, Miss James, and such and such, such and such. But I let them know sometimes you got to give them the real deal, Holyfield. You can't be nice. You can't sit up there and say, okay, I'm going to give you one more chance. I'm going to give you this, because children do what children's supposed to do. Children do what children are supposed to do. My oldest son had a factuation with the light socket. Every fucking time, no matter how many times I spanked his hand and everything, that little motherfucker would still go and stick shit in the light socket. So I said, okay, one day your ass gonna get a sizz. And then we're gonna see what you gonna do. My other son, Benj, had a factuation with turning the gas on, the pilot. Every time we would smell gas, somebody, if I tell you maybe 2-3 times a day, we was always saying, why we smell gas? Who playing with the gas? He was turning the gas on. So one day I was cooking and I ain't saying that. He came over by the stove. And I said, didn't I tell you that was hot? Didn't I tell you to leave that alone? He ain't leave it alone. I said, oh, okay, touch that right there. He cried, hot, Mom, hot. I said, that's what I told you. That's why you leave the stove alone before you get hurt. Before you get hurt, before something happens. Oh, now the idiots want to come up in here. Now you want to be disrespectful. It's crazy. It's always that you can't even get through a whole thing because these fools want, you know. Oh, okay, we got this. Oh, let me report this fool too. Let me report you. All right. Crystal. Hey, Crystal. Crystal came out. I told y'all, Crystal be up in the clouds. Crystal will come out. She'll swamp down like it ain't nothing. Like it ain't nothing, and she'll get them up out of here. See, it's always something. It's always something. They always, want to come in and I ain't talking about what you talking about. Ain't no reason for you to be over here. You don't like what I'm talking about. You don't like us. So why you over here? People is ignorant and they so freaking disrespectful. They so freaking disrespectful. But this is the reason why the one thing I can say is thank you, Crystal King. I have great moderators. I have awesome moderators. That I don't have to worry about. But yeah, so I wind up, I don't sugarcoat nothing with my kids. I don't sugarcoat nothing same when Angel get in trouble, I tell it just like it is, how it is. I got on Angel today because y'all remember I just had the scare Thursday with Ron when Ron didn't call me or I didn't get the message and everything, and I was scared out of my freaking mind. Well, when the boys came home today, of course, they called me, let me know they were home. They texted me and let me know when they got off the bus and everything. I said to them, "Oh, so all three of you guys home? Angel home too?" The twins said, "No. I think Angel stayed after school." I said, "You think?" They said, "Yeah, I think she's." I said, "What do you mean you think?" So they was like, "Yeah, she stayed after school." So I said, I didn't get a call. I said, when you guys left, y'all didn't tell me Angel was still at the school. Nobody said nothing. So now I'm mad. I'm pissed off. So I called Angel. Thank you, Vonda. I called Angel and I said to her, why didn't you call me and let me know that you were staying after school? Oh, Ma, I forgot. Fuck you mean you forgot? We just went through this whole thing with Ron and everything that happened with Ron. What do you mean you forgot? I said, no, we don't forget. If you're staying after school, I want a phone call or I want a text, okay? If you're getting on a later bus, I need a phone call, I need a text. Don't freaking tell me you forgot. We not doing I forgot. I said, because I'm at work and I got to bust my ass for you guys. And the last thing I need to be worrying about is if you made it home or not. It's too much shit that's going on out here. And see, and there's a lot of other mothers, they don't give two flying fucks to the wind if they kids come straight home. They ain't checking on them. They ain't asking them how they doing. They ain't asking them what went on at school or none of that shit. No, I'm doing all of that. Every day they come home, I'm asking, how was school? What went on in school? How was the teachers? I'm asking all of these questions. So I don't play that. I'm getting it, but I time them. When I look, they get out of school at 2:30. Okay, you should be getting on that bus by 2:45. By 2:45, you should be at home late, at least by 3:15, 3:30 at the latest. I should be getting a call. When I look at my phone and I don't receive a call by 2:45, 3 o'clock. Oh, we got a problem. We got a problem. And that's the thing. It's nobody's paying attention. Nobody's paying attention to their children anymore. Nobody sees what they're doing. Nobody asks what they're doing. Nobody. This is why they go and join gangs and they do drugs, and your daughters is out here getting, into shit that they shouldn't be getting into because the attention that they want from home. I know I was that girl. I was that kid. My sister was that girl and that kid. The only difference between my sister and me was I didn't fuck with no drugs. I wasn't fucking with. I was too fucking scared. So she started off, y'all remember, some of you guys that's older around my age, when they would dip the cigarettes, they would dip the weed and everything. So she started off smoking cigarettes, thinking she was grown. I smoked a pack of Cools with my one of my girlfriends. We walk into the bus stop, and I was sick as fuck for 3-4 days. After that, I ain't want a cool cigarette. I ain't want nobody blowing a cigarette. I didn't want anything ever again. So thank you. I didn't want nothing else again. Well, my sister graduated to not only smoking a cigarette, but to now lacing the cigarettes. Then she graduated from lacing the cigarettes to weed. Then she graduated from weed to she started taking pills. Then she graduated from pills and they called it Sherm and stuff back then. And then she went to the next level. Then she started doing, cocaine. Then she went from cocaine to crack. And then it kept going, and that's what took her life. You gotta stop hiding and lying and even to this day. I told you guys I'm a single mom. I'm single. I go out on dates. I date whenever I want to. I do what the fuck it is that I want to. And sometimes I'll tell the younger ones, Mom, where you going? Oh, on a date. Who you going on a date with? Now I'll tell them who I'm going on a date with. If it's a guy friend or if it's just me and a few of the girls just out chilling, I let them know. Now I tell my older children the real deal, Holyfield. No matter what, I let them know the real deal, Holyfield, for emergency purpose, in case something goes on and goes down. These kids ain't stupid. They not stupid. They see stuff. When the night my sister was beat down and murdered because she lived on life support for a day or two. I think it was for 2 days. She lived on life support and then she died New Year's Day. And her son, one of her sons, said, I cursed her out. He said, because I wasn't giving her no money to go and buy drugs. And he said, I wasn't giving her a ride and I was not taking her there. And her other son, he knew as well that she wanted to go and buy drugs and she wanted to go and get high. And she said, well, I'm just going to do it one more time. I'm going to get high one more time and then I'm going to quit. So he not only gave her the money, but he took the bus with her to go to the place where she got high and left her. His mom left her there. So now both of these young men, thank you, Vonda, both of these young men have to live with what they went through for the rest of their lives. My one nephew is beating himself up every single time because he's like, I cursed her out so bad and woo woo, because you know why? Because he didn't want her doing drugs anymore. He was tired. He was a grown man. He had his own family, and he had a mother that did drugs all of his life. The other one, he was just as bad as her. I found out that he would get high with her. So he would help her go and sneak off and do it. And she got high with these two individuals, a female and a male. And I guess they was fighting over the last little bit of the drugs. And they all got to fighting. And my sister was fighting for her life. And the dude decided to get a lamp and beat her in the head. And he split her head from here to all the way to here. And that's how it was that that's how she died. And my nephews and them have to deal with that. They have to live with that for the rest of their lives. They got to go, they have to live with that. And let me tell you something. That's the hardest thing ever, to have to live with that. Your mother, your last words or anything to your mother was, I hate you. I'm tired of you doing these drugs. That for a young man in his 20s to have to grow up and have to deal with that. And then you got the other son that was helping you doing that. They got to deal with this. And this is the reason why I keep saying, talk to your children. Vonda said, we got to start talking and being open and help if we want. Exactly. And it's sad because we don't do it in family. And this is what I hate about the Black community. We always keep secrets. I can't stand that. What goes on in the house stays in the house. You don't say nothing and woo 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 woo, and like it's gonna go away. Let me tell you something. It is never going to go away. It's never going to go away. It is going to keep on going. It's going to keep on happening. And it's going to go on off to your son, your daughter, and then their children and their children. And you know the only thing that they're going to learn from it? I'm going to tell you the only thing that they're going to learn from. I'm trying to see if I have a picture of my sister. The only thing that they're going to learn from it is how to keep a secret. That's all they're going to learn, is how to keep a secret. And that's why I tell my children, we don't keep no secrets up in here. We don't keep no secrets up in here. No, you tell me what happened. Just like I told y'all that story yesterday about when my daughter came, when I took her to school, and she said to me, Mom, I didn't like how he looked at me. It took 2.2 seconds. Took 2.2 seconds for me to get his ass up out of my house. I hate family secrets. Don't get me started on that. They're destructive as hell. Yep. That's the only thing that you learn. The only thing. I don't even, it's crazy. It's crazy. And so I teach mine. That's why my daughter, when my daughter wound up going, I told you guys, to the church thing. When she wound up going to the church thing, and the lady said, she says, yeah, I'm gonna have to bring her back home because they didn't have anything to wear. That was because my daughter wasn't playing. She said, my mama said, no, we not taking our clothes off. That's what she said to her. She said, no, we not taking our clothes off. She said, and my brother gonna keep his clothes on too. We not taking none of our clothes off. I taught them that. Ain't nobody got no business. Start teaching your children right from wrong. They are to trust nobody. Fuck Uncle Festa, Auntie, whatever. Don't trust none of them motherfuckers. I trust nobody. I trust nobody. Even when we were in the hotel, my boys, they slept together in one bed. Angel slept with me. When we were in one room. We were in one room, but I still taught them about respect. When the boys, they would go and take their showers and stuff first, I said, take everything in there with you. Take your clean drawers, take your pajamas, take everything in there with you, because I don't want your butt, coming out of there. Or while they were taking their showers or doing whatever, me and Angel would go run and get dinner or lunch or whatever it is. And then when it was her turn, I would tell her, take your gown, take everything in there with you. And she would take all of her things in there. I said, because ain't no reason for you to come out half dressed, half naked. Then when we moved into the apartment, we wind up moving into a 2-bedroom apartment. When we wind up moving into the apartment, the boys all had one room, and me and Angel had the other room. And that's just how we go. And I understand. Believe you me, I had 9 kids. So and I understand having a lot of children and being in a small space. And it's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's not what you do. Is even when all 9 of my children was there, and the girls shared room and the boys shared room. The oldest one had his own room. It was still a way that we did things.
Your parent watched?
Yeah. I don't know. You got to ask him. I don't think he watched.
We have to take out the trash or something.
Yeah, y'all got to take out the trash for tomorrow. I don't.
These reese's up here, these boys.
I put them in there because I was finna eat them. I didn't want to take them all out of the I didn't want to take them all out of the
How long
the
you
bag.
Been
Huh?
How long you been live for?
For 1 hour and 42 minutes.
What time is it?
It is 9:57.
9:57.
Yeah.
I still got a little bit of time before I gotta go to sleep.
You got a little bit of time before you gotta go to sleep.
Yeah, I finally set my own day.
You was asleep.
Huh?
You was asleep.
Yeah.
I knew you was asleep that whole time. Why Farron tell me you was woke?
I was so exhausted, but I was asleep.
I knew you was. I said, is Ron asleep? Farron said, no. He woke. He on the game. I said, no, because you ain't come in here. You ain't, and when you don't come in here and see what I'm doing, I figured you had to have been asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that.
That's probably because I woke up shortly after, and he probably came to check in again or something. I don't know. I was literally asleep. I was asleep. I was asleep till 6:47. I woke up and checked time. It was 6:47 when I woke up.
Well, what you do that you was so tired?
Huh? I don't know. I was just exhausted. I was just out of it. I was just what?
Why you was so exhausted?
I didn't do nothing.
Wait a minute. What they say about your haircut?
Huh?
What they say about your haircut?
Some people had already saw it. Yeah,
How they see it?
Like, huh?
How did they already see it?
Like, how you see my haircut? Work? And I always got my video. So
Farron said they liked his haircut, but he was
rocking that jacket.
I know. He told me, he said, Ma, everybody liked the jacket. Everybody liked that. I told you that jacket was hot. You should have got one.
No, it doesn't have a hoodie. If you don't have a hoodie, I'm not wearing it.
I knew that's why you wasn't getting it, because it didn't have a hoodie. Why you leave your other hoodie in the car? I brought it in my truck. I brought it in downstairs. I said that's why I kept telling your auntie.
You got some candles?
No, I didn't buy any candles. I told Farron, because Farron was saying that we needed some bowls and stuff like that, and I was like, yeah, we need some more candles and stuff too.
I ain't even what's the name? I didn't forget what I was gonna say. I don't need candles though.
We need candles. We need bowls. You need your. I called and I was like, "Is y'all gonna go to the store with me?"
Nobody woke me up.
No. No, they wouldn't even seem like they wasn't doing it. And I wasn't finna go by myself because I wasn't finna get out the car. I was. They know I was. I don't know, but if you want to go tomorrow, I said I guess we'll just go tomorrow.
I will go tomorrow.
Look, you act like you still sleepy or something. You act like you've been working a job.
I am tired.
Why are you taking my freshener stuff out of there? You used all those extra candles?
You only gave me one extra candle.
No, I gave you 2, Ron. Did you forget the one before that one? I gave you my other candle that was right here. I gave your ass my red candle with the top. I know all the candles I gave you.
You only gave me like one.
Ron, I gave you like 2 or 3 candles. You took all my candles. Ron,
I only use one.
get out of my room. I love you. You messing up my I've been ignoring my people for about 20 minutes.
It's been 2 minutes. That was crazy.
I'm sorry, y'all. That's what we do. This is what we do like all the time. He fussing with them. He fussing with them because they didn't wake him up. I always tell him, like, tell me ahead of time when y'all need things from the store. Because when I get off work, I'm tired. And they're old enough to go into the store by themselves. I don't feel like going in the store. So I just let them go in the store and get what it is that they want to get. But when I pull up and ain't nobody ready to come out to go into the store, you know what I say? Forget it. I said, well, y'all ain't getting up. Y'all ain't finna go in. Then I'm not going in. We just not going to the store. So when I got here, nobody got up. Nobody came out. Well, Ferran was asleep. I don't know what Angel was doing, but Farron was playing his game. And I was just like, okay, then, well, forget it. We'll go and do it another time. So they didn't get the bowls and they didn't get the, he loves can. Now, that's the one thing. That's the one thing that Farron, I forgot that Farron likes. He loves candles. Somebody sent me a message. He loves candles. And when all the candles and stuff is gone, he'll come in here and take my candles. What you got? Why you ain't keep that? You might as well keep it.
Why?
Because you're going to come right back in here. You're going to come right back in here and you're going to take it. So you might as well keep it.
I need me something.
No, don't be trying to ease up in here and trying to take my soda.
Why you acting so hot? I'll be over you with everything. You being mean to me for what? I ain't even do nothing.
Where's all your drink? Because you drunk all my stuff, Ron. I got my stash. I gotta get my stash back up again. Yes, look,
3 big Sprites and a big juice, and you complain
no, I don't.
A tiny little thing. This is gonna be gone.
You don't see that.
It's gonna be gone. Oh, yes, I do.
No, you don't.
And then you got some more over here.
I ain't got nothing over there, Ron. I gotta refill. I gotta refill my stash.
So you finna get like.
How you know I got money for the stuff?
Huh?
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 Who?
What?
What?
When?
Link.
Where?
Huh?
You got a job?
I can't even get a job yet.
Right. You can get a job.
No, I can't. I told you I was gonna work. And you said, okay, cool, that's pretty nice. Hey, why you on my back?
Ferran, you supposed to be working for me, but you supposed to be working for me, but you don't do no work. Now I've been thinking if I should reach out to them because I don't know them at all. Sephora, you know what? Let me see. I'm trying to read. Miss Gina, have you ever tried the ancestry DNA test? I did mine and I found 42 matches of 4th and 8th generation family. No, I've never done it, but one of my daughters did it. One of my daughters did it. And I think that I don't know. I didn't want to do it because it's just parts of my family I don't ever care to meet. And I don't ever care for my children to meet. Now, my son, that same family that I kept everybody away from, when my son, the one who was 35, as he got older, he started going around them. And one of the reasons he started going around them because, of course, they changed numbers at the funeral. He was grown. Well, I have a cousin who was killed who was murdered by Chicago Police Department. It was in the paper and everything. He was murdered by Chicago police officers, and they tried to cover it up, and they got caught. They got caught up because the video said something, showed something totally different than what they said. They got caught up, and so the Chicago Police Department settled out of court, and it was a huge millions. My aunt, my aunt got millions from that settlement. So at the funeral, so my older children, they came. I never bring my young ones to the funeral anything. So my younger children did not go. But my adult children went. When they went, of course, they see family members that they had never seen, that they had never knew. And so they exchanged numbers and everything. And my son started hanging out with them. And I said, okay, well, you grown now. So he's grown, and he got enough sense to make his own decisions, even though I told him like I said, I don't sugarcoat nothing. I told him what kind of people they are, why I don't bring them around. My daughter was like, Mom, y'all need to get over there. You need to leave the past in the past. No, you can leave the past in the past, but some things don't ever change. So I'm not gonna never look blind. I'm gonna be looking with two eyes open. Thank you. I'm gonna be looking. Somebody just blessed me, or they blessed the twins. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm gonna be looking with two eyes open about over them and anything that it is that they do. So I didn't mind my son reaching out to them, or even my daughter, because they wanted to know their people, and they wanted to know where they came from. So for I don't think it's wrong, or I don't think it's bad for you to reach out to them and everything. But when you do reach out to them and everything, just make sure you're doing it with both eyes open. Both eyes open. And don't expect for everything to be like hunky dory. Because when my son exchanged numbers and started hanging out with her other sons and everything like that, and my aunt, when I saw her, I would speak to her and everything. The first thing the other family and them, they mad. Now they mad because they thinking that we around them, or we come around them because she got all this money, because she got these millions. Well, let me tell you something. She ain't give us a dime, quarter, didn't offer a dime, quarter, nickel, dollar, whatever. And we ain't asked her for it neither. We never asked for anything. And I never asked any of them for it. When I was homeless on the street, I didn't go and ask any of them for anything. So every time she would see us or whatever, she would always come and speak to me, and she would always say, Gina, you look so beautiful, and oh my God, you got gorgeous kids. And she would always say, my mom, she would tell everybody, such as, I'm not gonna say my mom's name on here, but she would say such and such always had beautiful girls. My mom only had three daughters. And she would say, and so the only time I saw them, which is bad to say, but the only time I ever saw them was at a funeral. So if a family member died, my kid's godmother is texting me. If a family member died, we would go to the funeral, me and the older children, and that's when we would see everybody and we would meet everybody. Other than that, I wouldn't see them. I wouldn't talk. They didn't know how older my kids are. They would be like, every funeral, they would be like, Jean, how old are your kids now? Jean, how many kids you got? How many kids you got now? Jean, how's your mother? It's like, because my mother had even stopped going. She even stopped going. She's like, I'm not taking no trip all the way up there. She was like, shit, they ain't see me when I was alive. I ain't see them when they was alive. So ain't no sense of me going now. So she didn't go. And let me tell you, my mother was not playing. When my sister passed away, and her children wanted her body to come back to Chicago. They wanted her to be buried in Chicago because a lot of her drug use and everything happened in Atlanta. So they didn't want her to be buried in Atlanta. Of course, my mother didn't have the money. We didn't have the money to have her body shipped back, because that's a lot of money. So the family had offered. I don't know why, but they had offered. My mother was like, hell the fuck no. She said, I don't want none of them motherfuckers there. She said, ain't none of them tried to help my daughter when she was alive. She said, none of them came and ever asked about her. She was like, I don't want shit from none of them motherfuckers. And my mother wound up cremating her daughter, because my sister was not married or anything. And so it was up to my mom and her children, which her both of her sons were grown. And so my mother wound up having her cremated, because the boys and them was like, we do not want her buried here. We don't want her here in Atlanta. And that's what happened. But family is something else with family. When it comes down to your family and it comes down to things that they do, they say, and how they act, that's why I don't play those games. I don't play those games. I tell them straight up. I don't sugarcoat nothing. Same way with my children. My children, I never forget. And I told this story before too. When my twins and Angel and them, one day they all just out the blue, I think they had to been about maybe 7, somewhere around there, between 5 and maybe 10, between 5 and 10. And they came to me one day and they said to me, Mommy, you got a daddy? And I couldn't do nothing but laugh. But it didn't dawn across me that they had never seen my dad. They had never really seen my mother. They was like, do you got a mom? And not only had they never seen, I never talked about them. I never spoke about my dad. I never talked about my mom. There was no pictures in our house of any one of them. And my children was like, they was wondering, did I get here from a mom and a dad? Because that's horrible. That's horrible. And the second time I felt that way, the second time that I had that feeling, was when my son, when they met their sister yesterday, and Ron said to her, well, whatchamacallit? Well, what's her name? What's her name? Left us. She left us and went such and such somewhere else. That was the second time I had that feeling. That's that first time I had that feeling was when my kids asked me, did I have a mom and a dad? Because they had never seen a picture. And I explained to them that my dad passed away and he was in heaven. And I told them one day that they'll meet my mom. And they met her. They didn't know her. They cried, and she still had that same old attitude. She didn't change. Even now, the twins, well, the younger Ron, the one that just left out, loves my mama to death. Him and my oldest son, please. They make her laugh. They go and see her. Anything during that time, them two. But the rest of them, they'll go and see her and stuff like that. But they be like, no, we don't want to stay with Granny. my other son, when we went down there, not this summer, but the summer before last, and when we went to Orlando and we stopped in Atlanta, and I said, y'all want to go see Granny? And we stopped to go see Granny, and my son said, okay, can we go get a hotel? He said, can we go get a hotel? My mother was like, no, y'all could stay here. And they was like, no, Mom, let's go get a hotel, and then we could come back and see Granny. And that's what we did. We went and got a hotel, and we came back, and we saw my mom, and we went hanging out. We got stuff to eat and everything else. But I don't stay with none of them folks. If I go visit them, if I go see them, the only person that I do go and stay with, and that's if I'm by myself, is at my niece's house. My niece, I spoke about her a lot. She's on YouTube, and she's huge on YouTube. And she does the makeup and the hair and all that stuff. Has all these motherfuckers, y'all talking about in the beef sector that's got 20, 30,000 followers, honey, she got triple that. She got over 200,000. Okay. She's doing very well on here. She's the only one that I do go and stay with when I if I do go to Atlanta. But if I'm by myself, if I got my children and everybody with me, then we go and stay in a hotel. I just want them to be safe. I don't either. My mental health is first. Exactly. I'm with you, Vonda. It's your mental health and everything has to, and I want my, let me tell you something. I want my mental to be relaxed and calm. And I don't want my children's psyche to be fucked up. Like Muhammad said, like his son is going through some things. His son going through some things because some things has been going on with him, has been happening with them. And all I can do is try to keep them as safe as I can. So in that process, I have to watch everything. Let me tell you something. I told this story before too. I broke up with a guy because he came to my house unexpected, and I told him never to come to my house. He wind up because he dropped me off. I had him drop me off across the street at a building across the street, and I guess he watched me go in. And what happened was, a very nice guy. He owned a couple of car dealerships. He had money and everything. And he knew my daughter's birthday was coming up. Her birthday is 9/11. He asked her what, and we had been dating for a while. And he asked her, he said, "What do you want for your birthday?" And she wanted these fancy gym shoes. That's all she wanted. He told her what, she told him what size and everything. And so one day I'm coming home from work, and my kids were smart. They knew you don't let nobody upstairs in the house. I don't give a damn who the fuck it is. You never let nobody upstairs in the house. So she was on the porch. I come home from work and I see him on the porch with my daughter, giving her the gym shoes. I said, "Kia, go upstairs." She's like, "Mom." I'm like, "Go upstairs." She go upstairs. She takes her shoes. She says, "Thank you for the shoes." She go upstairs. I went crazy. You hear me? With a capital CRAZY. I went crazy. And he was like, I just had went and bought the shoes. And he was like, he begged me for a month straight. I am not lying. I am not exaggerating. Every day he would call me, text me, everything. I said, "You fucked up." I said, "You," and I liked him a lot. Don't get me wrong. I was sick. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I was sick, but I told him, "Don't ever come to my house," because I don't play that. Don't ever come to my house to talk to my children for any reason whatsoever. I don't give two flying fucks to the wind. I don't care if you was giving them a birthday present, a Christmas present, a christening present. When I say don't come to my house, don't come to my house. And now I even let it be known, if a guy asks me, "Gina, do you have children?" I'll say, "Yes, I have children." If he says, "How many children do you have?" I'll tell him, "I have 9 children. I have 5 boys and 4 girls." "Oh, what's their name?" That's as far as I go. I'm not telling you their name. You don't need to know their ages. You don't need, because they're not going to know you and you're not going to know them. And so I have a problem when you go behind my back after I told you. See, what he was supposed to have did was gave the shoes to me, or asked me, was it okay for him to come over at a decent time and give my daughter the shoes. But when that motherfucker popped up at my house, and Vonda, I saw him on the porch with my daughter, I went crazy. I ain't gonna even lie. He ain't know. He was like, and you know, I didn't feel that that, he was trying to get her or anything like that feeling or anything. Because I believe you me, I got a good feeling. I know the signs. I know the look. I told you when my daughter said that dude gave her the look, I was like, oh no, motherfucker, you gotta go. Because I'm gonna kill you and then I'm gonna kill my husband for bringing you around. So I knew all of that. And like I said, and it might have been very innocent and everything, but I stand on what I say. I mean what I say. My children's everything. They go before everything. Now, once, like I said, I'm still that same way now. I don't bring no one to my house. No, when y'all see family gatherings or y'all see event, it is all family. It ain't no my kids they be at, Mom, where your friend at? And this what friend at home somewhere? Ain't nobody coming. It is all family. I don't now when Angel leaves, you heard me say ain't not the twins, because twins gonna be gone before Angel. When Angel leaves, then I can have whoever I want. I can date here. If I want to have a guy every night, I can do that. But I don't have to worry about, is he going to come at my daughter, or is he going to be on some slick shit? Because I just don't trust it. And like I said, I remember and I will never forget the things that went on with me and how I was never protected. And so, and I never want that for my daughter, for all my sons. Can't trust nobody. Hell, when my sister was pimping her children out for drugs, it was niggas that was messing with them. We ain't talking about other women, young. It was men that was messing with him. Now I can't say one of her son, the older son, he is gay. He's a gay man. He's what you would call a drag queen. He dresses in drag sometimes. He dresses as a woman, whatever. But we knew this and we saw this when he was a kid, when he was little boy, and he would play with my older children, and we would tell him, go play with Tracy and them and go play with the boys and this thing. No, he wanted to stay in and play Barbies and stuff and do the girl stuff. He wanted to play cooking, and so we saw those tendencies when he was young. So that's why I don't, I can't say if it was, because he was molested and because things happened to him. Is that the reason why he turned that way? Or if he was born that way? I don't even get into that. He's my nephew. I love him, but I can tell you, I saw those tendencies. We saw that in him when he was young. And what I can tell you, that everything that my sister did and did not do had an effect on her children. It had an effect on her children. Same way with my other sister. I talked about that. I have a nephew that's going to be getting out of prison. My nephew has been in prison. Do you hear me? My nephew has been in prison since he was 17 years old. You know how old he is now? 34. 17 to 34. He not going to know nothing. He ain't gonna have no record. Everything's gonna be brand new to him when he come home. And he was a 17-year-old kid. At 17, his mother, my sister, my little sister, bank executive out in Atlanta. Make mega money. I'm talking. She up in the high office. She ain't down there with the tellers. Now she worked her way from the basement on. Y'all remember when Chase used to be First Chicago? When Chase was First Chicago, in First Chicago, First Bank, she worked there from in the basement, counting money on up to be a bank executive. And her son was trying to help his friend because his friend was having his own personal problems with his dad at home. And my nephew went to his mother and said, can you give us a few dollars to get a hotel? My sister said no. So he wanting to help his friend, they got together with some other girl. She worked at the Waffle Houses and they set it up and they robbed 3 different Waffle Houses. It was all over the news in Atlanta. And he got busted. Atlanta, that is the South. They don't play with you. When they say they giving you 20 years, they giving you 20 years and you going to do every bit of them 20 years. And that's what happened. So at 17 years old, he went to jail, a baby. The frail kid, I can show you pictures. Handsome, frail kid. And now you see him. Oh, shit. He built, they get buffed. He built it. He became a man. And I look at my 19-year-old right now being just as frail as ever. I would die. I would be sick to my stomach if he got locked up and they said he had 20 years and he had to do every day. In Chicago, in Illinois, we got day for day. So if you on any day you do that's good, you get good behavior. So your time can be cut and you get 20 years, you're going to get out in 10. You may get out in 8. Okay. Out there in Georgia, oh no, you doing every bit of that. You're doing every bit of that. And he did he's 34 years old and we're hoping and praying he's supposed to get out in a couple of months. He went in at 17 and he will be coming out at 34. You talking about somebody whose psyche and everything is going to be just all messed up and everything, being locked up, being in jail that long is crazy. I mean, my sons, my children, they grew up with him. I remember he used to live with me and he used to call my kids' father's father dad. He used to call me mom. And because my sister had him young, I think she was like 15 or 16 when she had him. And he went to jail at 17 years old. So when you family and you talking about some skeletons and you talking about some shit that will affect you and that will make you crazy, and people be wondering why children do the things they do. You wondering why you got these white kids that go into the school and shoot up everybody that's in there. It is because of years of abuse. It is because of them not getting the love, the care, the support, the encouragement that they seek. And then on top of that, now you got the other children that's bullying them on top of all that, and everybody can't handle pressure. See, I've been strong from a little thing on up. I was always able to handle pressure and be able to deal with a lot of shit. My sister, God rest her soul, that passed away, she couldn't handle that shit. So every second that she was bothered, she turned to drugs. She went and got high. She wanted another rock. I spoke to her 3 days before she passed away. I brushed her off the phone. I told you guys about that before because I thought she wanted money for drugs. I was like, I'm not giving her no money for no drugs. And I'm like, yeah, Didi, what you want? Oh, Gigi, yeah, we coming. I'm cooking. I'm getting all the food. She talked 100 miles a minute. I'm getting out the food. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And she was like, and she did tell me she loved me. She said, I love you. That's the last thing I remember. And I said, me too. And she said, all right. She said, I know you got to go because you're always busy. I know you got to go. She was like, but I'll see you for New Year's, because my son was making plans. He was renting a van and everything for all of us to go out there for New Year's. She had just gotten out of prison. She had just gotten out of jail. And she didn't even live a couple of months. So this is why I keep it real. I keep it 100. This why they get mad at me on here. When they call, they say, you can't never tell my shit. You can never think you pulling skeletons out of my closet. Because I'll tell you any motherfucking thing you want to know. Because it's a learning lesson. It's a learning experience. I tell my girls all the time, I've been popping babies out since 19. That don't mean you have to do that. I don't want you to do that. I want you to do better than me. I wanted my girls to do way better than what I did. See, I got a GED. Y'all want to talk real? You want to talk about keep it real? I got a GED. with all these babies that I had gotten. And it was the teacher. It was the teacher that was helping me that said to me, Gina, you can get a degree. And I said, I can't get no degree. I barely got this damn GED. I had to take the GED twice. I ain't even lying to you. I had to take it twice because I wasn't good in math. Now, I was great in science. Science, I aced it. And so the teacher said, she says, what we going to do? She said, you're going to take science over because that was your highest grade. And she says, I'm going to help you with the math. And when I tell you she was on my neck, when the other classes was doing English and all the other stuff and social studies and science, all she worked on with me every day was with math. And let me tell you, I was pregnant with, I could tell you, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was pregnant with my son, Christian. And I got the results in the mail. And I never forget, it was the happiest day of my life. I opened up that letter. And I was like, oh, shoot, my scores and stuff came. And it said, congratulations, you passed. You got a da-da-da-da-da. Whatever my score was, I can't remember. The first person I called was my mother. First person. I didn't care about nobody else. First person I called was my mother. And I said, Mom, and I'm so happy. She crushed me in 2.2 seconds. I said, Mom, I got my GED. You know what she said to me? Well, it's about damn time. It's about fucking time. One of y'all got a diploma from somewhere. That's what she said to me. Crushed me. And 2.2, didn't say, I'm proud of you. Didn't say, I'm happy you got it. She said, well, it's about time. And it crushed me because I had worked so hard. And it was my second time. And right at that very moment, I said, I'm not putting my children through this. I tell them every day. They might do a lot of shit, but they know I don't play about school. They ain't fucking up in school. I tell them your education is everything. Let me tell you something. I'm a mother that have 9 children. Out of 9, you lucky if you get one. If you get one that has a high school diploma out of 9, maybe 2, you might get lucky. And you get, especially when you come from the hood, when you come from an impoverished area, when you come from food stamp link, Section 8 housing, all of this stuff, you're lucky if you get 1 or 2 of your children that have high school diploma. You know how many I got? 6. I ain't talking about GEDs. 6, my 6 that's grown out of the house. Every single one of them has a high school diploma. A few of them have college degrees and went on to college. My other daughter's still in college right now. But all 6 have high school diploma, and I'm working on the last 3. Can't tell me I ain't blessed. Can't tell me I'm not a good mother, because I know I could pat myself on the back because I worked hard for that, because I said, you all is not getting a GED like I got. But I went back and I got my associate's degree because that teacher said, you can go to school and you can get your associate degree. So I went back and I got my associate's degree. And I was waiting for my kids, because it's always that time when they say, well, you ain't got your high school diploma. So when they brought that up, when they thought those days when they wouldn't go to school, like I had a hard time with Benj, when Benjamin wouldn't go to school and I would put his ass out the house and stuff like that, I said, not only do I have my GED, but I got a college degree. So what the fuck do you got? What are you gonna do? Because I'm gonna tell you, you ain't getting nothing without that high school diploma, let alone a college degree. I told them we ain't even got that far yet, because college ain't everything. I can't believe their father never helped them financially. Now, Sephora, let me tell you, I'm a smart one now. I'm a smart one. I got them checks. I took them to child support and I told them this ain't personal. I told them, but this is business. And if you not giving it to me willingly, then I'm taking you to court. My oldest kid's father was a truck driver. He's still a truck driver, honey, I got 2 checks every week. Good money. Good money. My other son's father, work, they own their own business. I got checks every week. Good money. Good money. My other son, my other daughter, their dad, good money. The last 3, guess what? I'm just not getting child support now. Within the last 3 months. No. The last 2 months. Within the last 2 months, I think it will be 3 months. It will be 3 months. I'm just not getting child support now for 3 children. You know what I get? I get $256.41 every 2 weeks for 3 children. For 3. Not for 1, for 3. That's all I get. And I look at that as something extra. But the other children, oh yeah, their dads was popping. The mail lady would come to my house so much, and she was delivering checks. She said, "Oh yeah, when I would move, she said, oh yeah, I'm gonna make sure your mail stops." She said, "Because I know you get a lot of checks." She knew me. She knew me. They knew me. All the mail people, they knew me by name because I was the one. I got a lot of checks. I didn't play. Now, was they there physically? My oldest children dad was. When my son would get out of line, I can call him and say, "Your son acting up." He'll say, "Bring him over here." He was one that always made sure that all his children knew each other. He got them every weekend. He did. Now, he was not a good boyfriend. He was not a good husband, but he was a good father. I would never take that away from him. And so was my other 2 children. Dad. They were great fathers. Not a good boyfriend, not good husbands, but great father. Now, my husband, who I am currently still married to, is not a good father. And nor was he a good husband. Because you don't be in your children's life for 5, 6 years straight, and then you just up and leave them, and you don't call them, you don't check on them, you don't know if they're alive or dead, you don't know if their bellies are full, you don't even have no idea that they were homeless on the street, and then you just forget about them. And then years later, your older 17-year-old daughter goes and looks for her siblings because she has more of a heart than their dad. You know? Yeah, I'm still legally married. We still legally married. Still legally married. Because you know why? Because he want to fight. Divorce. Don't want to be with us, but don't want to let me go either. Don't want to let me go. So before the COVID stuff, I was going to just go about it, and you know how you put it in the paper and you get a divorce by default. That was my plan, to go and get it by default. But now I can't get it by default because now we know where the motherfucker is because he paying child support. So that's the first thing they're going to say is, "Oh, well, you get child support. We know where he at." And then they'll give him a court date. So I'm trying to get, which my kid's godmother, her husband is an attorney. So I'm talking to him because I'm trying to, get around it some other way. But I've been trying to divorce this nigga for 5 years. I've been trying to get a divorce from him and we don't live together. We've been, having separate homes or anything. I don't have to give him none. He don't have to give me anything. All he has to do is just sign on the dotted line and just let me go. Oh, I ain't ready to do that. Well, why you ain't ready to do that? You shacking up with another family. You're doing your thing. So, like I said, I keep it real. I'm still legally married. Even though he tells everybody that we're divorced, we're not divorced. We're not divorced. Let me tell y'all something. When my divorce was finalized, when you see my name is no longer James, okay? When you see right now, y'all see I'm Gina James. When you see that my name, oh, Miss Gina, last name ain't James, no, that's when you gonna know my divorce has went through and it's final. Because I told my kid when they were younger, they would be like, "Mom, no, we want you to have the same name as us." And I said, "Okay, I'm gonna do that until you get old enough." Now they old enough. They doing their own thing. They don't even care. I'm so ready to get rid of that name and go back to my maiden name. It ain't even funny. It ain't even funny. But You talking about somebody that went through some stuff. I went through some stuff. And it was a good learning experience. That's all I can say. It was a great learning experience. And I use that learning experience for my children to teach them, teach my sons what they need to do and what they don't need to do. Teach my daughters what they should do and what they shouldn't do. Ain't nobody gonna help you with nothing, and I ain't gonna teach you nothing. You have to learn that stuff from your family, from your parents. And it's sad that a lot of people right now, they only learn and pick up all the bad stuff. They don't learn anything that's positive, that's good, that they can pass on. Amazing North Carolina woman who was scared about breakup is killed. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm always looking down at my phone. It says amazing NC woman who was scared about breakup is killed by ex in murder-suicide. Jesus Christ. She was everything, said murder victim Asmega Whitfield's older sister. Look at this little girl. She was beautiful. See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? Look at that. Gorgeous. This is why I talk to my kids about this kind of stuff all the time. My daughter's about you worth more. Relative of a North Carolina woman killed last week by an allegedly abusive ex-boyfriend in a tragic murder-suicide claimed that she was trying to leave the relationship. Family members of Asmega Whitfield, 25, she was only 25, spoke to WRAL and said that she was shot to death on Thursday morning by the man she had been trying to break up with. 20-year-old, he was 5 years younger than her, 20-year-old Michael Culpepper. Fayetteville police released the statement on Thursday, murder-suicide, but have not yet officially identified the victims. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. He killed her. Whitfield was located by police and pronounced dead at the scene. Yeah, you're right. It's happening. And you know why it's so much? Because we don't leave. We don't leave. I told you, I've been abused mentally, physically, and emotionally. Okay. And when I will never forget when my young daughter was going through that with her boy. I told you that was the reason why I went and got me a gun card, okay? Because that little nigga, when I say he was crazy, he was set my truck on fire. I told this story. Set my son's Audi on fire, right in our driveway, okay? Right in our driveway. Would sit on top of our house and watch us go in and out the house because he was stalking my daughter. Would go and go up to her school and get in school. She would have to be escorted. She would have to be escorted to the bus, and security would have to take her off the bus and escort her back into school because this kid had got up in the school looking for her. He was talking about he was going to shoot all of us. He was going to kill all. He would tell her all the time, if you don't see me, if you don't let me in, if you don't do da-da-da, I'm going to kill your whole family. I'm going to kill you and your whole family. I used to sleep with knives and forks and shit in my living room. I had the couch and a chair facing the front door because I used to sleep that way, waiting for this kid to come in. And one day we went to court. No, they called me because he was on an ankle monitor. I had reports this thick, and he was on an ankle monitor And they called me to tell me he let the ankle monitor go dead and they didn't know where he was at. You know where the motherfucker was? Was living in an abandoned house behind our house. So our house right here, and you know, like in the city and in some suburbs, that you got the alley and then the houses back up to each other. So he's in the house behind living in this abandoned house just so he can watch us and keep an eye. And I had had enough. After that, they told me they didn't know where he was at, and I had had enough. And I went to the gun shop the next day, and the store owner told me, he said, "Do you have a FOID card?" And I said, "A FOID? What's that?" "No, I don't have a FOID card. I just want to buy a gun." He said, "I can't sell you a gun unless you get a FOID card." And I said, "Well, how do I get that?" Like, I need it today. And I told him, explained to him what happened. And he said, "I wish I could sell it to you." He said, "If you had, someone that has a card, they could come here and buy the gun and you could keep it in your home for protection." He says, "But I can't sell it to you until you get." And I said, "Well, what do I need to do? What do I need to do?" And he told me the steps and everything that I needed to do to get that card. And that was it. And now, not only do I go to the gun, but honey, all us shooting. You understand me? All of it. I teach my twins. Just recently, Angel goes now. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. This is no joke. You can't just talk to these guys and then just say it's, "Oh, my daughter went through hell and how." I was calling the police officers every day. They knew me. I would walk up in the police station and the dispatcher lady was like, "Miss James." And I'm like, she said, "Yeah, you wondering how I know you, don't you?" I said, she said, "Your voice." She said, "I spoke to you so much, I know your voice." Now that's sad when they get hundreds of calls every day at the police department, and she can point out my voice because that's how much I was calling the police department. Crazy. No, you come up in here after anyone, I'm shooting to kill. I never forget when I was going to pick out my gun. I was going to pick out the gun, and we was after we went to the gun range and everything. And so I went to look, and I was picking out the gun. It's this older white lady, and she was watching, and she said to me, she says, "I've been watching you." She said, "I like how you are with your children." She said, "And I like how you teaching them." She said, "That's going to go a long way." She said, "When you teach these young ones about this is not a toy and what it's used for and everything," she said, they won't have any issue, no any problems, and you won't either. She said, "It's not what you do, it's how you do it." And I said, "Yes, ma'am." And she said, "You're a great mother." This white lady, white old lady, shooting her ass off. Mama had 2 bullets. She had a cake. When I tell you, grandma had an arsenal, okay? She had an arsenal, but she was watching me with my children in a gun range. Watch it, just paying attention. So then we get up to the counter and I'm picking out my gun. And the guy asking me, "So what type of gun do you want?" I said, "Well, I want something that's going to stop them." Grandma said, "Oh, no, no, that ain't what you want." She said, "You want something that's going to kill them." She said, "Because if they breaking into your house and you pulling that gun out," she said, "Mama, you better kill him. You better close his eyes." And I said what she said. I changed it real quick. I said what she said, and he wind up showing me a Glock he said, "This is what the police officers carry." I said, "Oh, this is what the police officers carry?" I said, "I want that. I want that." But she was right in everything that she said. She said, "No, baby, you don't want to stop them. You don't want to slow them down." She said, "You want to kill them." And that grandma was not, but she was an old white woman, and she's watching this black mother with these black children. Wasn't nothing racist about it. Was a mother to a mother having this conversation. It was a mother to a mother. And let me tell you, see, people know when you're serious. Folks are pretend like they don't know when you're serious, but they know when you're serious. And we had to go to court the following week or so. This was before I got the gun and all this stuff. I had my card. I had my card. And we went back to court. This is when I was still staying in another place. And I told his family, I said, the next time he come to my house, he's going to get toe tagged. I said, I'm asking you nicely to keep your son away from my home. I said, I can't keep him away from my daughter because they're going to find some way to see each other, whatever. But I can keep him away from my other children and from my home. His father said, you ain't got no damn gun. I went into my purse. I pulled out that gun card. I said, like I said, he come back to my house, he gonna get toe tagged. So I suggest you pay for a funeral. You get your insurance stuff up right now, because I'm not playing. And the mother knew I wasn't playing. The grandmother, not the mother, the grandmother, because the mom was a drug addict. She was a crackhead herself, was staying somewhere else. The father had just got out of prison. So he thought I was all talk. Him and my son was going at it while I'm telling this to the grandmother. And then he was like, she ain't got no gun. She ain't finna do nothing. I said, okay. And the police officers had already told me, they said, look, as long as you get them in the house, you'll be out by lunch. You'll be out by no later than dinner. They said ain't nothing. And one of the cops told me, this is an officer. He said, and if you get his ass on the porch, pull him in the house. I said, okay. And I let them know I was not playing. And now that we're at where we at now, and out there, it was a pretty decent neighborhood. Out here, we stay in a beautiful, beautiful neighborhood out here. And the gun shop, place is right down the street. And I take them regularly. I take my kids regularly to the gun. And I ain't playing. I said, when I unload and I'm out of bullets, I guarantee you my twins gonna start shooting. And when they out of bullets and unloading, Angel gonna start shooting. You come up in here, you come up in here, you come up on us. Ain't nobody playing. Ain't nobody playing. And I teach them. Hell, they teach me. My son, I passed him over a gun. We was at the gun shop. I passed him over a gun. He said, Mom, you forgot to put the safety on. I'm like, oh shit, you right. Like they take it very seriously. We take classes together. We go shooting together. We bang guns and bullets together. It is about just teaching your kids right, showing them the right thing. Once you look, all I can do is do what I know and try to do the best I can until they turn 18. When they turn 18, that's their life to live and do what as they see fit and do whatever they want to do. I told them, but if you fuck up and you do some fuck shit and you go to jail, I'm going to write you. I'm going to come and see you, but I ain't co-signing for none of that. And I tell that to every single one of my kids. Knock on wood, that they're all good. Like I said, I'm raising kings and queens, that they're all good. And I even see the change in Cece since she's become a mother. She understands that she can't do the things that she was able to, she can't be buck wild like she was before. She can't be buck wild like that. Sephora said, yeah, you told us this story a few days ago. This was the guy on your, yep. Gone are the days when you can cuss your boyfriend out and tell him it's over and to fuck off. They don't take no for an answer. Nope, not no more. They don't take no for an answer no more. Now, what do they try to do? And they'll tell you. I'll kill you and I'm going to come and kill your whole family. Just that kid used to say that to my daughter so many times. I'm going to kill you and I'm going to come and kill your whole family, your mama and your sisters and your brother and everything. And he wasn't playing. He set 2 cars on fire right in our driveway, right up under the window where my children sleep. They had the arson squad, police department, detectives from two different counties, 2 different areas. It looked like something out of a movie because they realized that was serious. that they was like, no, this ain't no accident. This kid ain't that the officer said to us, don't touch nothing. When we saw that the second car, my son's car, was burnt up too, he was like, don't touch anything, because they was looking for fingerprints and everything. It was crazy. I had never seen no crazy shit like that. But you don't never know what's going on. They don't say. I never forget when I was in my 20s. Yeah, Vonda, they don't. I was in my 20s and I was dating this one guy. He was a big time drug dealer in Kankakee. I'm keeping it 100. Big time drug dealer. I'm talking about gave me whatever I want, would have bags and bags of money. And I had broke up with him because I was tired of him getting high. My sister was on that shit, and and um and it was messing her life up and everything. And he was hooked on what they call Karachi. It was like brown. It looked like brown cocaine. It wasn't white like the white coke you see. It was brown, like brown cocaine that would be in aluminum foil. And he was hooked on that shit. And I didn't like it. Every time he get that, acting crazy and being stupid and stuff like that. And I just didn't. I didn't do drugs. I've never done drugs. And I have some edibles, honey. I like my edibles, but and I didn't never fuck with nobody that did drugs. And he was going through a whole bunch of stuff in his life, and I broke up with him. And his family called me and they was like, Gina, please go see him. He's going to the psych. They was taking him to the psych ward because he had been trying to commit suicide. He had been trying to kill himself. And they was like, Gina, just please go see him. He won't go. And I said, well, I'll talk to him on the phone. Now I talked to him on the phone and he was begging me to come and see him. And I was like, no, I'm not coming to see you. I'm like, just go. I'll come and see you once you're, at the hospital or whatever. Something kept telling me, don't go. Don't go. And I followed that intuition because I thought that he would kill me and himself. Yeah. Hey, boo. Huh? Yeah, you can come in. What you need? Oh, go ahead. You just got the shower?
Yeah.
Oh, you smell all good. You getting ready to go to bed?
Yeah.
Ferran, so is y'all doing the garbage in the morning?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I forgot all about that. I'll gather and I'll take it out now.
Y'all gonna do it now or in the morning? Because Ron is up. I already bagged up. I took the garbage bags out of my bathroom and out of my room, and I put it in the hallway. So y'all just got to get the kitchen. I don't know if Angel got any garbage in her room. Check. Did you do y'all bathroom?
No, I gotta do all of that.
And then check the bathroom downstairs, because I think that one had a garbage bag in that can too. That's what Ferran asked me. Did you wash? He was like, did Farron put a load in? I'm like, no. Angel did yesterday, but I'm like, no. I don't like when the family tries to push them off on girlfriends. Yep. Then if something happens, then what? It angers me. So, yes. And they'll do that. And then when something, they'll act like they was no part of that. Like they had nothing to do with it. But my intuition kept saying, don't go. It kept telling me, it was saying, don't go. And I kept telling him, I said, nope, I'm not going. He was begging. It was like, I just want to see you one more time. I can't live. When they start saying that I can't live without you shit and talking like that, no, you going to live by yourself. And something just kept saying, no, don't go. And the family kept saying to me, Gina, he's not going to go. We need for him to go. We need for him to get clean and all of this stuff. And I was like, no, I'm like, and I kept telling him, when you go there, I'll come to the hospital, to visit you. I wasn't, but I was just trying to get him there. But something kept saying, don't go. And I didn't go. But I believe if I would have, he probably would have taken my life and then taken his life. And I wasn't gonna do. And that wasn't my first fatal attraction. Before him, I was dating this other guy, and he got mad because I had broke up with him and I had started dating someone else. And he came and busted out all my car windows. The only car window that he didn't bust out, you guys, was the windshield. Okay. He bust out the side windows. You know, you got the little square triangles. You got, mind you, this is back in the 80s, you know, the late 80s, the 90s. The side triangular windows, the back one, every window except for the windshield. Police, we called the police because I knew who had did it. And he left a note. He left a note on my car. The police officer said to me, "Oh, he crazy." And I said, "Huh?" They said he crazy. They said usually this is stuff women do. They said women usually go and bust out all the windows, but they don't even get the little windows. They said he took the time out to bust out every car window, even the little windows, except for the window. And he didn't even crack the window. Maybe he didn't get a chance. Maybe somebody saw him or whatever, and he just left. And that my new boyfriend, which he wind up being, you know, the father of two of my kids, he wind up getting all my windows fixed for me. Like, we had just started dating and everything, and he wind up getting every window fixed. But that idiot had bust out every window, even the little windows, and the police officer said, "Oh yeah, he crazy." They said, "Yeah, you got to watch him." They said, because we get calls, and we've been doing this a long time. This is stuff women do. And they say even the women don't bust out the tank. They'll bust out the windshield, the back window, maybe the side windows, but they ain't taking time to get the little windows and all, and the side windows and all of that stuff. It was crazy. And then he would watch me. He would stop, and he would put letters. He would put notes on, because, you know, back during this time, you didn't have the cell phones and stuff. We had beepers, you know, we had pagers. So, which was the thing. So you would have a pager, and they would have to page you, and then you would have to go to a payphone and call. And so he would page me like crazy, and I would never answer. So he would put notes on my car door, on my car window, and it would say, "I saw you come home with such and such. I saw you get out the car with this guy. Da, da, da. I saw you had on such and such, such and such." And I call the police officer again. They say, he show them the notes and everything, and they was like, "Yeah, he crazy. You better watch him." But God rest his soul. He wind up dying some couple of years, about a year or two after we broke up. He got with some other girl and was fatal attraction with her, but he was real good on a motorcycle. He was one of those guys that can do the tricks and stuff on a motorcycle, and he got killed in a motorcycle accident. And they said he died instantly. And so yeah, he gone. He been gone since the 90s, the late 80s, early 90s. He's been gone for a long time. But yeah. So it's yeah, you can't play with that. You cannot play with that. I be serious, and that's one of the reasons why my girls, I tell them, you worth more than that. You know, don't let no guy talk to you no any kind of way. Don't let my other daughter, the one that, because she's still in therapy now. She'll tell me, she said, "Mom, my therapist said such and such, such and such." And but now, oh please, her boyfriend looked like he want to get flipped at the mouth. She'd be like, "I ain't playing." She said, "I know my worth." Now she said, "Back then I was young and dumb." She was like, "Mom, you tried to tell me the right." She said, and I'm not going through this. Now she said, "I'm too young to settle down anyway." She just told me recently, she was like, "You know, we're together, but we not together." And I'm glad that she's at that point, that she realizes that she don't have to settle for nothing. She don't have to take, and I ain't talking about because she's beautiful. She's a beautiful girl, but you got to be smart, because beauty fades. I tell them always, beauty fade. When that beauty go, what the fuck you gonna do? You gonna be, now you gonna be ugly and dumb. Okay, you gonna be, now when you pretty and dumb, you got some folks, they can work with pretty and dumb. But when you ugly, when the beauty fades, what the fuck you gonna do now? Now you ugly and dumb. So now what? Now you ain't got nothing to work with. What you gonna do? So I always told them, you get your education, do what you need to do. And that's why I stay on their neck about that. and she is in school. She goes to I ain't gonna say where she go, but she's in college, and she's going to be a psychiatrist and psychologist, and I'm proud of her. She got her own car. She has her own beautiful apartment. She's going to school, and she works. She has her own job, and she parties, and she could do what she want to do because she doesn't have any children now. And Cece did the same thing, but now Cece is a mom now, so she got, as far as the partying, she got to limit the partying and every. I mean, I still went out when I was in my 20s. Shoot, I had them back, got me a babysitter. My goddaughters would come over and babysit. I'd make sure that I fed them, make sure they had all their snacks and everything. And they got paid on top of that. And I still went out, in my 20s, and I had fun and everything. What I could not do was I could not go on trips, and I could not go, out of town if it was more than a day or two. We couldn't do that unless all the kids were going with me, and I had to take responsibility. I couldn't do that. And so, I let them know. But no, I don't sugarcoat nothing. I stay on my kids' neck. I let them know the real deal, Holyfield. I let them know that I'm going to always be here for you. I love you. I love all of them. But we ain't taking no shit. We just not. Yep. Vonda, you said I had to learn, but once I did. Oh no. Yep. Look, once you learn, once somebody give you a good lesson, let me tell you something. My oldest children's father used to beat me black and blue. Look, if he had me trained so bad, so good at one point in time. If that nigga said it's dark, it's black as I don't know night out here, and if he said it's the sun shining, I would say the moon is the sun and it's shining. And finally, I got my strength back to where I was like, this is not love. This is unacceptable. And then I finally picked up and go. And so when my daughter was going through her stuff, I had to tell her, I said, I understand what you're going through. I understand that you think you love him. That's not love. And when we were in court, she got up from being because we had went to court about him setting me and her brother's car on fire. And my son said, but you said he did it. He told you he did it. She said, I know, but my son said, but my ass. And she told his lawyer and all them she wasn't going to testify. They talked her out of it. My daughter got up from where we were, and she went and sat over there with him and his family and them. And right then and there, that was it. That was the time I said, so you gonna pick him and I told her right then and there in front of, I said, it's them or me. That's what I told. I said, it's them or me. And she chose them. Left her mom. Look, I could tell y'all some. Look, it's going on. Look, 3 hours that I've been on here, but I could tell y'all some stories, honey. I could tell you, talking about somebody, a mother that went through some shit. I went through shit as from a child on up, and then raising my own children, and that's when I had to let her go. And I told her, I said, I gotta let you go because I still got other children that I have to make sure that they're good. And I told her she couldn't come back to my house. And now, like I said, we have the best relationship ever. She understood what she did. And like I said, and she's in therapy, and which is what Mohammed son needs to be in therapy, and probably his daughter as well. Ain't nothing wrong with therapy. Don't let folks make you think that therapy is a bad thing. Therapy is good. And if more of us in our community had therapy, we wouldn't be out here all crazy and batshit crazy and acting a fucking fool if we got the help and assistance that we need. But we won't do it because everybody think that that's taboo. And so they don't do it. But no, we need it. And so now, she got her mind right. And like I said, and she's still in therapy, and she's in school, and she's doing good and everything. And that's how God wants. Sometimes things just happen for a reason. God does things for a reason. And I believe everything that I went through is for me to share so that I can help somebody. It's probably somebody in the clouds right now saying, damn, Miss Gina went through so much shit. and my daughter doing all kind of fuck shit. So I know if Miss Gina got through it, I can get through it. You never know. You never know who's listening and who's paying attention and who. You always think you got it worse, because I used to always say, why does everything happen to me? Why? But no, baby, it's always somebody that, believe me, that's going through something 10 times worse than what you going through. Y'all heard when Classic Man yesterday, and he said, I love my daughter and everything. He said, I love my grandson. I'm happy, but I'm not happy. I can relate to that. I can understand nobody wants their baby to be having babies, but it's here. So you have to accept it, and you have to love them and cherish them and doing what you're gonna do. And that baby is gorgeous. He's so handsome, and but you have to do, what it is that you have to do. My grandson, my daughter, I still told her, I said, you wasn't ready for that, because girl, you wasn't ready to stop partying yet. But he here, and we love him, and she got to do what she got to do. And Cece is 27 now, she's 27 years old now. So you at some point, got to grow up and got to take responsibility. And it breaks my heart when I see what a lot of these other children are. Y'all see it. You see it on here every day. They mamas be on here 24 hours, 30. Look, shit, it's 11 o'clock. I got to get my ass in the shower and get up and go to work in the morning. I can't be on here all day, every day for 3, 4, 5 fucking hours. Hell, I've been on here 3 hours now and ain't got no business being on here for no goddamn 3 hours. But I don't have little children. You see my son, I said, what you do? Just get out the shower. Yep, I'm about to get ready for bed. I ain't got to shower him, and I don't have to tell him when to go to bed. He in high school now. He knows the routine. They know the routine, because then I don't wake them up in the morning anymore. My mother, when I got in high school, my mama didn't wake me up. I don't wake them up. They get their ass up themselves and go to school and do what it is they have to. That's being a young adult. But when you got these parents on here that still have children that's 8, 9, 10, 12 years old, why the fuck you on here for 3, 4 hours? Why that baby ain't had dinner, got their ass washed, and why they ain't in bed? It don't make no sense. And then they wondering why the girls get flipped at the mouth. You're wondering why the boys say, you ain't talking to me, and all this and that, because there's no structure. There's no structure. And children need structure. Regardless of what, they need structure. They need love. They need attention. They need encouragement. I was thinking about, y'all said I need to start a podcast and stuff. I was literally thinking about doing a parenting podcast, a parenting something I wanted to. I know if I want to do YouTube or whatever, because they don't get parenting anymore. Nobody gives they don't, like I said, they don't teach it in health no more. When you go and pick up your WIC and stuff, they're not doing that anymore. Before, I remember we couldn't even get WIC coupons until you took a parenting class, watched the video and all that stuff. They made sure that you were good. I remember they would ask questions of, how you feel. Do you feel any kind of, are you getting enough sleep? That kind of stuff. They don't do that stuff anymore. So now you got these young parents that's not getting any rest. They're going through postpartum. They don't know how to be parents to their children because their parents was not parents to them. And it's hard. And so this is the reason why the cycle just repeats itself over and over and over and over again. It's horrible. It's horrible. So, hopefully this somebody's watching. Like I said, if my videos and my channel can help just one person, baby, I'm doing what God wanted me to do. I don't give a damn about nobody else. I'm just gonna keep being me. I'm gonna keep being me. And I love sharing and I love helping people. So I'm just gonna keep doing it until I can't do it no more. That's it. Yep. Definitely a mess. Definitely. Anyway, guys, 3 hours. It's saying right now 2 hours and 59 minutes. So I'd have been on here for 3 hours. Now I'm about to go. I got to go and shower, get my clothes ready for work and stuff tomorrow. But y'all will see me in the morning. I will be back on here in the morning on my way to work, chit-chatting with you guys. I love you guys. This was a great chit-chat. This was amazing. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow. And keep tuning in. We're going to keep counting down to the twins' birthday. And Friday, we're going to do the Cash App party. And we're going to celebrate the twins' birthday and everything all the way up until November 4th. You know, November 5th, they turn into a pumpkin. Y'all have a great night. I love you guys. Peace. God bless. Ta-ta for now.